Welcome back, everybody. How are you all doing today? Welcome back to some long dark here on the channel. We got to get the proper hat on, though, before we do anything else. Got to get the proper toque on, because if we aren't playing with our toque on, then what are we doing? We gotta have that toque. How are y'all doing? I am Atheenon, and we are going to be continuing on our low health regen challenge. We have the command in chat. If you're on YouTube, it's down below for all of the details on this challenge, as well as the code that you can use if you want to play in the same exact kind of file that I'm playing in. We've got health recovery on low condition recovery. So if all of our stats are in the white, we can get a little tiny bit of health back. We can also get health back from stims and from crafted food, but not birch bark tea. Only some of the crafted foods like the prepper's pie can give us health back. The revolver is available. The harvestable plants are set on low, as well as container item recovery, or container item density. Deer and rabbit spawns are also set on low, so very few passive animals around to hunt and kill. Wolves, though, are set on very high, like stalker quantities. And the smell and detection range has been maxed out as well, so animals sense us from a long ways away. And so far, we have made it to day 20, and we are in Mountain Town in a cave. We just killed a bear, and we will be going from here in Milton. We're going to be going up to the plane crash, and then down to the Gray Mother's house after that. Hey, Chicken Butter, how you doing? You say, New World? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. You're still sick, but feeling much better now? I am glad you're feeling better, my friend. Why is there a ravaged wolf carcass right next to my bedroll? That is very weird. That's weird and a little scary. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that. Let's go ahead and eat a few cattails. Well, welcome in, Chicken Butter. Bad Boy Gamer, welcome in on the YouTube side. A new world in what, Chicken Butter? I mean, this has been a file we've been playing for a couple weeks, or are you talking about Planet Crafter later on today? Because we're going to be doing some Planet Crafter later today. We're going to be starting a brand new file on Planet Crafter. We're going to be doing a intense run this time, so that death is not permanent, because the only reason I've died the last couple times is because I was an idiot. And so we're going to start a brand new world in that. We're going to do it on intense difficulty, but we're going to do a random starting place as well as random ore on the planet as well. So the ores will not be where we think they are. Like the super alloys won't be in the same place that we usually think of them as being. The uranium, iridium, all that stuff will be kind of mixed up in the world. So we're gonna do that, and that should be very interesting. That should be kind of fun. Let's go ahead and I have no water. Yeah, we need to start a fire. We need to start a fire. Okay. Start a fire right over here, I guess. It's too windy to start a fire here. That was weird. How can it be too windy? We're indoors. There we go. Oh, Lady Q with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know that challenge is, but it's so hard. Which challenge? The one I'm doing right now, Chicken Butter? It's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. But Lady Q, thank you for the 100 bits. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome on in. Welcome to the new month, as a matter of fact. There we go. We'll get a little of this, a little of that down. There we go. I'm doing very well. We had a a very fun ending to this last month. I did a 24-hour stream. Oh Jesus! We did a 24-hour stream, which was hilarious. I was very tired by the end of it, but it was well worth it. I'm gonna cook the rabbit in there. and half a liter of water in here. Just so we can get some water. Do I have any teas to drink? I do not. Let's eat down the ribbity rabbit. And thank you for that. Another 100 bits. I appreciate that very much, Lady Q. I'm a little on the stuffed up side today. My allergies have been getting the brunt of it this month with the change in weathers and stuff. Well, I don't have any teas made up. I have teas that I can probably do here. Yeah, I have a couple that I could make up, but I don't have any on me right now. Tea is going to be very rare on this run because we have the harvestable plants all set at low. So we're gonna have less mushrooms, less rose hips, and that sort of stuff available to us. So it's gonna be a lot tougher on this run to do that. The Planet Crafter Challenge, because like cobalt, titanium, each one of them is on the other side of the map. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Whew. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Lauren MJ with the 35-month resub. Thank you, Lauren, for that 35-month resubberoo there. Appreciate that very, very much.
Loren just resubscribed for 35 months.
Loren.
Hey man. Good to
hey.
see you, LD again.
Hey, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're back on some Long Dark today. For sure. Oh my goodness. Lady Q just gifted out 5 gifted subs to iMac, Ehu, Torsten, Torsten Jar, Pikachu, and Wowdane. Welcome on in, all the new subscribers. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Starting the month off with a bang. All right, let's grab our pots. Grab a couple torches out of there just cause we can. Thank you very much, Lady Q. That was very, very kind of you to do. All right, there we go. Oh, I forgot I need to harvest that rabbit carcass up. Okay, so let's just get some sleep. Let's get some sleep. Was just popping in to say hi and show some love. Take care, everyone. All right, Lady Q, take care. Thank you for coming by as always and showing some love. I really do appreciate it very, very much. See you later on, Lady Q. Have a great rest of your day. Oh. All right. It is not blowing and snowing outside anymore. It doesn't sound like it anyway. Let's grab this gut. The sun is up. Oh, it sounds like it is snowing and blowing outside again. Gosh dang it, I swear to God. I swear to God, folks. It just doesn't end. Alright, we have a second bear skin now. That's our second bear skin. We killed the bear with our pistol and we just took his hide. Because I just wanted to have another bear skin. Oh, hey look. Some food.
Always use more food.
Food! Yummy, yummy. What do you got on you, buddy? Anything? There we go. But yeah, we'll be doing some Long Dark today, tomorrow, and Friday. And then on Thursday, we actually have our D&D session that we'll be doing. We're doing D&D on Thursday at 1 p.m., which is 4 Eastern. And then on... oh, actually, today is Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, we'll be doing Long Dark today and Friday. Today we're doing Planet Crafter after Long Dark. Friday we'll be doing some more Afterlife, 7 Days to Die. Or no, Friday we'll be doing regular version 1.0. Afterlife won't be getting any love until next Monday, actually. It sounds like a storm outside. Let's go ahead and light a little fire here. Since we have the torch anyway, we might as well light a little fire. Speaking of RPG, I'm writing my own print-to-play RPG. Think about posting it on DriveThruRPG or itch.io. Already a 50-page book for rules and tables. Oh, really, Lauren? That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, let me know. Let me know when you do get it published, and we'll give you a little love here on the channel and let people know about it so they can go find it if they want to. That is really stinking cool. Okay, let's drop you, and you here. Watching you play, watching TV news carrying the missile attack on Israel from Iran. Oh wow, I haven't heard of that. The weather's not altogether frightful out here. I don't know as if we could actually carry a torch out here. But we might as well go check out the, check this out. I had no idea that took off during the pandemic solo RPGs. Oh, just allergies. It's just my allergies are kicking up. They always do this. Spring and fall are the worst time for my allergies. No, it's not even really allergies. I'm really sensitive to pressure changes, and so when the weather changes from a nice like high pressure to a low pressure, my head just gets all congested. Just gets all congested and stuffed up. Oh. We found one of the good caches. Yeah. Welcome to custom games where caches actually have crap in them. Alright, that cache actually has stuff in it. Yeah, the pressure changes just make my head just like, it always has. The pressure changes make my head just get really, really thick. Like, thick. And it just makes my head get all stuffed up. And my eyes water. And it makes me sound like I'm sick, but I'm not. It's just my head. And usually, it just takes me a couple hours in the morning, which I just woke up like, you know, an hour ago. And it usually takes me a couple hours in the day to kind of get everything cleared out. It mainly happens when I sleep. When I sleep, it mainly builds up.
My fingers feel numb.
I know they do. All right, let's go ahead and drop you and you and you. Over 200 missiles waiting for some, and some of them got through, waiting on how high the gas is gonna go. Wow. Wow. You know, Lauren, at this point in my life, I've been dealing with this so much. It's like I don't really care anymore. It doesn't bother me really. It just, you know, it just makes my day a little bit more fun in the morning. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not big into medicines, you know, especially when it's like, you know, if it was really affecting me to the point of like making me unable to deal, I might do it, but just for comfort, I would rather just keep that stuff out of my body. I know that sounds weird, but I just would prefer to not have medicines, even albuterol. I know albuterol can help a lot of people. My son's had albuterol for his asthma and stuff, but even albuterol that can cause bad things to happen to your body too if you take too much of it. So I would just rather deal with it myself. It's like, yeah, whatever. But I totally get it. You know, if it is affecting your quality of life to an extent, I definitely get it. You have it for emergencies, yeah. That's what my son has it for too. Luckily, he's got an awful lot of that. So, Alright, so this is definitely not the... Wow, look at all the food here. It's definitely not not the food hut. I think this is the hunting one. With all these hides and stuff in here. Yeah, I have a feeling this is the hunting cache. Because there's a lot of hides and stuff here. Look at all the syrups. Look at all the food. Look at all the things and stuff. And stuff and things. Stay on target book. Well, I guess we start out here and see what we got.
I could use
Fishing hook. Yeah, that's the weird thing about custom games is custom games actually have full prepper caches in them. And you'll get 3 prepper caches. You'll get the food cache, the medicinal cache, and the hunter cache.
This pack is getting heavy to
And I'm
carry.
pretty sure we got the hunter cache. Just based on what I see in there. Yeah, a lot of lighter fluid in here. And a book in the vent. I do not have rifles turned on this one. I have revolvers turned on, but no rifles. So no, yeah, no rifle up there. Blah. Yeah, it looks like I'm on Stalker, yeah. Well, that's the weird thing about, I mean, this is a interloper. This is an interloper custom file. But for whatever reason on interloper custom files, it fills up the caches. I don't know why.
Look at what he needs this up.
I don't know why. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Too much stuff for us to take. Yeah, look at all that food. Oh my god. Cure deer hides. All that lantern oil. Good lord. I mean, I ain't gonna pass it up. Let's just be honest. I ain't passing it up or anything. If the game gives it to me, I'm totally fine using it. But damn, that's a lot of stuff. Damn, that's a lot of stuff. I don't know, I mean, this seems like the hunter's place. Oh, is that a wolf pelt on the wall? That's a wolf pelt on the wall. That's cool. That's cool. I'm just gonna leave that there. That is really cool. Yeah, that would fill up a travois, wouldn't it? That would fill up a travois. Okay, so we got 6 hours in the harvesting guide. Got no hours in that, no hours in that. I dropped everything I could drop. Good lord, look at all the stuff we got. Holy crap. Let's destroy some torches. Now we just have to figure out what we're gonna do with all this crap. Let's just sleep for a couple hours because we're really tired. I don't want to get tired. All right. Let's go ahead and drink a couple sodas down. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Alright, let's go ahead and read these books that we have, just so we can drop them. We'll read this one anyway. I don't think we'll be able to read a lot of the other ones. Oh, hey, look at that. Carcass Harvesting 4 now. We'll drink some more of the sodas, mainly because they're heavy. They do give us water and some food back, so... Well, hey, we don't have to worry about his food as much. I guess that's a thing. I don't think we'll be able to read all that book before it gets dark. Nope, too dark to read. Okay. Let's go ahead and drink up. And then we will sleep tonight. We're good and tired.
Close my eyes.
Wow. That is a lot of loot. We're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. I doubt we can't really take it all with us, so we're just gonna leave a bunch behind. I mean, we can go ahead and eat a few things here. Okay, let's drink the sodas down again. Oh, this tea I can just drink because guess what? We don't get any health back when we sleep, and that's all that does is give us health back when we sleep. So that ain't gonna help us none. It just ain't. Yeah, let's go ahead and open up the pork and beans, eat that down. We won't eat the whole thing because I do want to cook some of that. So we'll save a little tiny bit at the end. Let's do the same thing with Pinnacle Peaches. Peach pies I'm not going to make because the peach pies just give you better health regen while you sleep. And again, we aren't getting any health back when we sleep, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's finish off these books real quick. Finish that one off. And then let's finish off this book as well. Actually, let's drink real quick before we do that. Do we have anything else to drink right now? No, let's just drink that. That should get us full up on water. Perfect. This way we can just drop these books because we won't need them anymore. And we'll get a little bit of expertise in rifles, even though we can't use rifles, as well as bows. All right, archery is at 2. Let's go ahead and drop all of these books in here. There we go. And let's drop that book in there. Actually, you know what? Let's carry a book. No, we got accelerate. Let's drop a book in there. Let's see here. Wow. Wow. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff on us. I got those 12 and I got 2 there. I sort of want all this stuff though. That's the problem. We are walking really slow. But we could take all this down to Grey Mother's and then load up and come back up. Let's do that. Can those teas still give you warmth? They can still give you warmth, yes. They can still give you warmth, Kenneth. Oh, you know what we could do to get rid of some weight? We could grab this deer out here. Let's do that. We need to make some water anyway. So let's do that and get this deer taken care of. It worked. The leader on there. Leader on there. Cut him open. Get some meat off of him. We'll get the hide as well. That'll give us another deer hide. But yes, teas can still give you warmth, Kenneth, but I just rather get, I mean, I have another, what, 5? Yeah, I have another 5 that I can make. So I'm not too concerned about it. Let's drop that. Let's drop you. I'm gonna drop all of these cans and just cook them up real quick. eat the small ones while I can. While I can. There we go. This way we get all the cooking skill ups now and we can just always eat them later. Hey, Hellraiser, how you doing, man? Well, we're back on our low health regen run, health gen revolver run, where we get our health back very slowly throughout the game. We only get our health back when everything is in the white. We do have revolvers available to us, and we did find a revolver here in Milton already. And today we're gonna head down to, Forlorn Muskeg. That's our goal, is to get down to Forlorn Muskeg. I don't know if we're actually gonna get our forge run in today, but either way, I want to sort of end today on either in or on the way to Forlorn Muskeg. So, well, the Planet Crafter challenge wasn't as I expected. Which one, Chicken Butter? Get all these nice and shaken. There we go. Shaken, not stirred. Yeah, you know, we've gotten pretty good RNG on this one, so not doing too badly at all. Actually, you know what? Let's get you in there. And we can make pancakes. What does it take to make Lily's pancakes? Oh, acorn grounds. No. And let's make some pancakes as well. Because why not? Stuck in Blackrock for like 6 days now because Aurora doesn't feel like giving me the ammo bench. Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. Some breakfast pancakes, boys and girls. That's what we like. Little pancakes for breakfast there. Little meat for us as well. There we go. Get all these cooking skill ups for all these. Yeah, that put us overweight real quick. And then let's take his hide with our hands. We're a little overweight, but we're gonna walk down to the, we're gonna go down to the, Grey Mother's house first. Get rid of this stuff. Actually, we could just go down to the cave down there if we wanted to. That's probably the better idea. Go to the cave, host up in the cave down there, drop the hides, the guts, some of the food stuff, and then come back up and get the stim and go to that final little area there. Because we are a little bit on the heavy side. Yeah, we're at 50 kilos, so even if we had weight reducing pies, it wouldn't really help us right now. Because we're a little overweight. We're a little chunky monkey.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Look at that, there's 3 rocks just lined up perfectly like I did it. The game's gonna blame me. It's gonna be like, Atheenon likes to line stuff up, so we're just gonna line up these rocks for him, no problem at all. The rabbits are so funny. The wolf was brought down here by me doing this. Hey, Janelle, hello. Hope everyone is well. Home from work sick. Oh, no. Janelle, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. What we have today is a Casio watch. What do you think the retail cost of this Casio watch is? $199.95, Bob. Thank you very much. $199.95. And the actual retail price is $245.32. Oh wait, they always rounded. They always rounded up. They always rounded up. Got my eyes on a Casio G-Shock myself. There you go. So it wouldn't be $199.95. It'd just be $199. I love that episode of How I Met Your Mother where Barty went on The Price is Right. What challenge is this, Scorbura? I can explain it, and there it is as well. So basically, we have the health regen set to very, very low. Basically, we get none back when we sleep. We only get it back when we have our condition recovery all in the white. So when we aren't cold, tired, hungry, or thirsty, we get a little bit of health back. And we can also get it back from Stims. We can also get it back from food, but not birch bark tea. We turn birch bark tea off. Harvestable plants like cattails, burdock root, birch, maple, mushrooms, rose hips is all set on low. Deer and rabbit spawns are set on low as well. Actually, do I need the torch? Not really. So those are set on low as well. Wolves are set on high, so they're at like stalker level wolves. And then smell and detection range is also set on high as well. So, oh, there we go, okay. So yeah, and there's the code in chat that I just put up. You can use that if you want to play in the same kind of file. And if you do play in it, it's on an interloper. It's on interloper custom otherwise, other than those changes. And so just start with, I just started with two feats, although it offers you like 5 or something like that. I just started with 2 feats and then just picked a random, and actually I picked a random spawn point. I think I spawned in Broken Railroad, if I remember. Hey, Marley, how's it going? Oh, by the way, Marley, I responded to your message on YouTube, and I'll mention it here as well. I'm actually not moving. I'm personally not moving till the middle of this month. I was helping my brother the other day get some of his stuff moved because he got a van and he needed to get some stuff from his storage unit to their new place. So I was helping him actually get stuff over there. They're getting settled in now, and I'm actually not moving out there until like mid this month at the earliest. So I'm actually not starting the moving process till then. And then by the end of this month, well, I have till November 1st to be out of here. And so by the end of this month, I'll be gone. But yeah, I'm not doing any moving till until probably middle of this month, because he's the big move for him. Other than the few little things that I helped him take over the other day. The main move for him is on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of this month. And then I'm probably going to be moving some that week into my own storage unit. And then I'm going to be moving probably the week after, like the 20th through the 26th, 27th. Is going to be the big move day for me. Oh, no, that's why I wanted to do a nice little 24-hour stream, because it was fun. It was fun to do. Yes, we did a 24-hour stream Sunday from noon to Monday at noon. And that's why I wasn't streaming. That's why I didn't stream. Well, I did stream yesterday. I was just finishing up the 24-hour stream. And so, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for coming by for it. It was a blast. It was impromptu. I didn't plan it or nothing. But it was a lot of fun to do. And we played, I think, close to 20, almost 22 hours 21 hours of Afterlife. 21 hours of 7 Days to Die Afterlife. It was crazy fun. I am really in love with Afterlife at this point. It is really a fun mod. I sort of want to, I want to live to, you know, I've got some ideas. The Horde Night on Afterlife right now is our main sort of issue that we're having is figuring out how to live through the Horde Night, because the mobs those guys who throw things at you just shellac me. I have some ideas though. I thought about it last night. I've been thinking about it almost constantly. You know, you have a fun game where it provides you a puzzle and you just can't stop thinking about it. And I think I have a solution. I think I got a solution now. Because I think if we take the base that we have, because the base that we have has those rails on the side of it, and I'm thinking if we plate the middle part, of it, that'll prevent the bombs from going through. And then if we put hatches on the bottom and the top that we can fold down on both sides, we'd take like 6 hatches, but that would prevent stuff from blowing through it. And when we hear stuff starting, we can flip a hatch up, find where we need to look at, dodge the stuff, and then snipe through the hatches. Because the main thing is I had to keep leaving that cage to go defend myself, because in that small enclosed area, they were just annihilating me with those bombs. And we need to find a way to get around them. So I think I'm gonna try that next time we play. Yeah, but Afterlife's really fun. I mean, you know, and the nice thing, Chicken Butter, is if you already own 7 Days to Die, thank you, Scorbura, for the posture check there. If you already own 7 Days to Die, you don't need to buy anything. All you need to do is just download it. You just need to download the mod launcher, the 7 Days to Die mod launcher, and it's one of the free mods that you can play. It doesn't cost you a dime to play it. As long as you own 7 Days to Die. Yeah, you have to own the basic game, but after that you're good to go. Alright, we can drop you. You don't have 7 days, gotcha. Well, I highly recommend buying 7 Days to Die. It is a great game. They've got a ton of mods for it. There's a lot of different mods for 7 Days to Die. After we get done with Afterlife, I'm almost thinking of doing like the aircraft carrier challenge, or the Dishong Tower challenge. One of those two, because those look like they're pretty fun. All right, let's go ahead and drop some coal here, and then let's drop a piece of cedar here. All right, we got everything here. Cured. And we got the black bear hide curing. We've got a deer hide curing here. That one's already cured. Look at it. We actually found these birch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a hunter's stash, because we found birch in there. That was already cured. We found maple in there that was already cured. We found guts and hides in there that were already cured. So I'm pretty sure that was the hunter's stash there that we ran into. But yeah, I've been just absolutely loving Afterlife. It was cool. Redbeard actually stopped by the stream. It took me a minute to recognize who that was, and then I was like, wait a second. That's the dev of that. That's the guy who created the Afterlife mod. And then I was like, oh, dude. And then he was really nice. He hung around, answered a few questions for us about his mod. And that was really cool, is that he stopped by and hung out with us for a little while. At first I was a little like, I was looking at his name and I just kept going, I should recognize this. I had it in my head that I should recognize who that was. And then I was like, oh snap! That's like Redbeard, the developer of the game. Or the developer of the mod. I was like, okay. Alright. It took me a minute, because I'm not real smart. And so it took me a second to realize who it was. And then I was like, oh dude, and then I was like, hey man, how much I love the mod and everything. But yeah, it was cool to have him stop by and kind of share some information with us, give us a little bit of insights on a few things. Because I did have some questions for him. Actually, the silver and gold thing, I did try to sell gold at the at the trader exchange thing, and it just ate it and gave me some error message, so I have to go leave a thing on their Discord and say, by the by, this didn't quite work. Alright, we're just gonna leave the syrup here. Leave these cans of food. We have plenty of, we've got plenty of, I'm gonna eat that can of beans. We already cooked all of these. All these have been cooked already, so I'm not worried about eating them now. And let's drink a little water, and we'll go. The mod is super fun. I'm hooked too. Can't wait to see what Redbeard does with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, Jamrier, that the idea with that corridor that we have, the corridor itself seems solid. It doesn't seem like those rocks that he throws at you does a lot of damage. They don't seem to do a lot of damage to blocks. They do a lot of damage to you. And in fact, they were killing zombies they were hitting. But they don't do a lot of damage to the blocks themselves. So I think if I reinforce the middle block, make it impenetrable, I'm curious to see if I put in the scaffolding ladders, if that will make it impenetrable or not. I don't know. But if I put that in there on the middle block, and then, like I said, put the hatches on the top and the bottom, because I do think I have enough wrought iron now to do that. I think that will allow us to have a position that is sustainable on a horde night, and we can stay up there. We can stay up there, so. Anyway, enough 7 days to die talk. We're playing Long Dark. We're doing our challenge. We just got raided by Stacia. Hello, Stacia. How you doing? How are you today? We are in Milton right now. We are doing our low health regen revolver challenge. And there's the rules for it, then the code for it as well. Welcome on in. I hope you had a wonderful stream. If I can spell your name right, we'll get a shout out for you going on. Oh, I forgot I don't have the...
No pressure, honey.
There we go. There we go. See, that didn't work. I got to give you another one. Everybody go over and give Saint Stacia a follow there. There we go. That should work now. Last playing some Long Dark. There she is. Go give her some love.
What?
What? Is that how it always is?
That?
That's how it always feels. It's like, what?
Jared Karma, did you see that? Oh my god.
I was playing Misery Day 33. I'm miserable, so thank you for the shout out. Yeah. Misery just is not for me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, did I get stuck? I got stuck. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. And I got stuck. Son of a biscuit. I got stuck.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Oh my god, we're all the way back here. Son of a bitch. Oh man. Yeah, we're all the way back here now. Yeah, that was a mistake. Yep, that was a mistake. Oh man. Nobody's fault but my own. I screwed up. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Okay, so we can drop those. That's easy to drop. Yep. Oh no, that's okay. No, I wasn't paying attention. I was on autopilot. Oh, we didn't do the deer here either. Oh god. Okay, well I'm not even gonna bother. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh man, that rewound it so far. I gotta go down to the cave again, drop all my stuff off. Oh god in heaven. Yeah, I got stuck there. There's places like that in the game where you can just get stuck and it sucks. It sucks.
Turned out pretty well.
I wish they'd fix that. I know, son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. Alright, so. We gotta do all this all over again. I can't believe I did that. I cannot believe I did that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Magic Jack, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Alright, we're gonna get all this done again. We're gonna get all our stuff cooked up. We'll pay more attention this time. Misery and the Cougar took all the press from new updates when the tail and new zone should have taken center stage. Well, see, for me, Janelle, Misery and the Cougar, I mean, Misery mode, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking about, God, I wish I worked for Hinterland. Because I would have told him, you know, Misery mode is just a waste of your time. There's much better stuff you could be doing with your time than Misery mode. Misery mode just seems like a knee-jerk reaction from them, because they're annoyed that people are saying that Interloper's too easy. And there's not many people saying that either. That is not an overall sentiment of the general population of the player base. That's the sentiment of several trolls and people who have played thousands and thousands of hours of the game like myself, that Interloper's not hard enough anymore. But for the general populace, that is not the case. For most players, Interloper is not too easy. And really, I think they could have spent their time doing a lot of better stuff than doing Misery mode. That's just my opinion. I don't think it was a real good use of their time. Especially when they're already behind, you know, on stuff. But, you know, they're trying to appease to a small part of the player base that plays Interloper on a very regular basis. And, you know, and that's not the majority of people. It's not the majority of people that play Interloper. And I wish they had spent more time on doing other stuff. Hey, Kagan, how you doing? Like, giving us more of the Tails stuff. Maybe making the Cougar a little better. Oh, shoot, did I... Oh, I canceled that on accident. God, I am just not on my game today. Okay, those are all hot. Grab all those, get all our cooking skill ups. Let's grab that, make a venison pie. I'm doing great today. I'm doing great. Fully recovered from my 24-hour stream. 57 minutes till that's ready. Let's grab that. But yeah, I just think they should have spent more time doing other stuff. But that's just me. I mean, they can do whatever they want. It's their company. Yeah, Misery should have been a challenge. I think that would have been a perfectly appropriate place. I mean, I think if they had made it just a challenge mode, I'd be like, my tune would be completely different. Not that I think it's too hard or anything like that. I just think it's pointless as a survival part of the game. I just think as a survival part of the game, it's pretty pointless to have it as a non-challenge type mode. I think it would have been better served, and we would have been better served if they had said, hey, we have a new challenge. If you liked As the Dead Sleep, this challenge is even harder than As the Dead Sleep. And people would have been like, ooh, that's cool. And I think a lot of people would have tried it. I mean, I know a lot of people who've tried As the Dead Sleep. They weren't very successful at it. They're very, you know, their ability to succeed at it has varied. But they did try As the Dead Sleep, and they were like, okay, I get it. It's kind of, you know, it's an interesting take. You know, and I think they could have, I think it would have worked a lot better, but it's out there, it's in the zeitgeist. Oh, we got Cooking 4, look at that. We got Cooking 4, boys and girls. That is good right there. But yeah, if they had made a 50-day misery challenge or a 100-day misery challenge, there's several things I don't like about misery. I don't like that there's only one starting point for misery. That misery only starts in Pleasant Valley at the spot it starts. I think that's kind of goofy. I'm not a real big fan of that. And I don't like the final condition that you receive. And I think misery would have been more fun as a survival mode. Cause see, I don't necessarily. I know there's masochists out there who just like to, try to see how hard a difficulty they can play it on, and that's fine. I mean, that's perfectly acceptable. I think just for the general public, it would have been better if misery had some sort of like, not an out, but something where you could take some medicine and maybe stave off the issues a little bit, sort of like how in 7 Days to Die Afterlife, you can't get rid of the infection, but you can do things to mitigate it, to make it a little bit less fearsome, and that sort of stuff. So, hey, Steven, how you doing? Glad to have you here, my friend. Somebody at my other job, but so now I'm working all day at both my jobs, every day. Glad to get some reprieve. I do sort of want to get rid of this guy. There we go. We'll do the same thing we did last time. Just get rid of him. Yeah, the wolf was having some bunny time. I think that other bunny was dead anyway. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, Tegeta. For me, it's not fun. And even Dark already proved if Hinterland was like, nobody can survive this level, this mode of gameplay, well, even Dark survived 1,000 days plus in misery mode. It can be done. But even Kenneth was saying that even Dark was getting really bored after 1,000 days. Because there's just not much you can do. You can't really explore. And see, that's the thing. I think Hinterland... I already think Hinterland has a game that's very difficult to survive in already. It's not impossible. It's just one of the most difficult ones to survive in that's out there, period. And I think Hinterland should capitalize on the exploration aspects of their game instead of the difficulty of survival of their game. I don't think capitalizing on the difficulty of the survival on your game is the way to go. Because there will always be people who go, oh, really? Hold my beer. Let me see how long I can survive. And there will always be those people, and if you let those people rule your thinking, you're always going to lose. Because there will always be those people that do that, and that are able to do that, and able to play it to that level, and able to put the time and the effort in to basically say, well, your game's not unsurvivable. And, I mean, let's be honest, like I've said before, there's probably less than 100 people out there that are going to regularly play misery mode, and probably 99 of the 100 are content creators. That doesn't seem like a real, good strategy. Some would say it has too much survival for a survival game. Yeah, that's true, Synthis. There's a definite need, I think, for them to, yeah, you're too occupied just to stay alive, which, yes, that is the ultimate survival. But you also want your game to be fun. You want people to keep coming back and playing it and enjoying it, and I think overall, Hinterland does a really good job with that. I mean, I think that they need to concentrate on new zones, new game mechanics, new animals that don't jump scare you. And that sort of stuff. I think if they concentrated more on that, they would keep the player base more happy than by putting out a very niche type gameplay mode that very few people in the entire world are ever going to play, let alone play consistently. And mainly it's just for content creators that want to, you know, have videos out there. It's not for the regular player base, which is what they need to, like, concentrate on. Because that's the regular player base. You guys are the ones that keep this game going. Content creators like me, I can enjoy the game, I can have fun with the game, I can showcase a lot of the cool stuff in the game, and give you guys hints and tips and sort of like ideas of how to play it and stuff like that. But you all are the ones that keep this game, you know, in the zeitgeist. You keep it fresh, and you keep it interesting. And you're the ones that Hinterland should really, truly concentrate on pleasing and giving more content to y'all, because you're the ones that will spread the word and tell your friends, and you know, and get them interested in the game and get them playing the game. And I think they would do better if they concentrated more on zones and stuff like that, instead of like making yet another difficult gameplay mode, which I just think is unnecessary. Oh, I think it's even less than 10%, Janelle. I think the last time they looked, it was like 5% of the people. It's like 10% of the people have even tried Interloper, and less than 5% play it on a regular basis. And most of those are content creators. Most of them are content creators that play it. You know? And like I've always said, you know, people should never feel like they're playing the game wrong if they're playing it on a lower difficulty. I think the higher level difficulty play kind of showcases some of the real challenges the game can present, but I don't think the high difficulty play is necessarily the best is the best thing out there, as far as, like, you know, for me, I enjoy the exploration. I enjoy the seeing what I can do, you know, seeing what I can get away with, and trying to survive a hairy situation type thing. Being like, hey, let's go try to kill the moose and see what happens. Hey, let's go out in this blizzard and see if we can make it to the next shelter. Can we find where we want to go? Can we do this? You know, I like those sort of things posed in the game, rather than the hardcore survival aspects of it. I mean, I do like to play it on Interloper because I find it challenging. And believe me, even after 7,000, yes, I have 7,000 hours. Even after 7,000 hours of playing this game, I still find it challenging. I try to make it look easy. I think the thing is that what you don't notice is I don't get stressed over the game anymore. I don't get stressed by the long dark. I'm sort of used to the challenges in it, and it doesn't make me scared anymore. I don't get that sinking feeling in my gut when a moose starts to charge me. I just kind of steal up and go, hey, it's either you or me, buddy, and we're gonna face down and throw down and see what happens. You know, I don't let the fear rule me in this game anymore. And that just comes from time. I still think that Interloper is challenging. I like the challenge of it, though. Why did you look like that 6 years ago with the glasses? Oh, I still have my glasses. I just don't wear them on screen anymore. My vision has changed a little bit, and my mid vision is actually pretty decent. It's my long vision and my really close-up vision that is not any good. And so when I'm driving and stuff, I need to wear my glasses because I can't see very well at a distance. And when I'm reading books or, you know, anything that's up, like, you know, within this, you know, 6 inches or 12 inches of my face, I need to wear my glasses, but I just don't need them anymore. I just don't find that I need them any longer, so. Oh, I didn't cook that can of peaches. That makes me sad. We got all the cooking skill ups for these. We got all of our cooking skill ups for these. It actually got us to cooking 4, which was awesome. I was gonna eat that just to do it. I highly recommend playing Pilgrim when new to the game. Oh yeah, totally. I highly recommend, well, I highly recommend if you bought the game back in the day and you own the whole thing, you own Wintermute as well as survival mode, I actually recommend playing Wintermute first to get some of like the basics of the game down, because Wintermute will give you a good basic understanding of some of the mechanics of the game. It's kind of almost like the unofficial tutorial of the game, and it will give you some good basics of the game, and then play the like Voyager or Pilgrim, depending on how easy or hard you found Wintermute. And also play some of the challenges. I think the Nomad challenge is a really great challenge for like new players because it's pretty low difficulty. It gives you some set goals to go to different locations in the game and live there, and you can kind of explore around those locations and figure out what you want to do in the game, which I think is very, very useful early game. All right, we dropped all that stuff. Let's drop the toolbox here as well. Let's rip apart that torch real quick. One other thing we're going to do here is we are going to get a save point, because we failed to do that last time, and that made us have to rewind and do all this over again. So let's sleep for an hour. From my observations of survival games, it seems there are three major playstyles. This is from Patch Up on Twitch. Casual players play the story in some survival moods, then move on. Challenge-oriented, push the limits to the extreme. They expect to die, but push it off as much as they can. And survival enthusiasts. They like the feeling of being at risk, but enjoy the gameplay, and are not constantly looking for how long they lasted. I say I definitely fall into the third category, Patch Up. I like to live for a long time if I can. It's not my main goal, though. I like to explore. I like to see how many corners of the map I can go look at and find. So yeah, I definitely like that. BC, you always travel in blizzards, especially when you have smelly guts on you. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Traveling in blizzards is a great way to avoid animals coming at you. Nomad challenge is great just for map knowledge. Yeah, it truly is. It truly, truly is. You play custom 90% of the time. Yeah, see, and that's the other thing. A lot of people play custom. And really, Janelle, most people, when they play custom, I would be guessing, if they looked at the stats, here's what I would guess, if they can look at the stats. I would guess probably at least 75% of players who play custom probably usually play on stalker mode, and on custom mode they set something that is a stalker template, and then they upgrade things to make it a little harder than stalker. So basically they make it between a stalker and an interloper run. That would be my guess. And maybe I'm completely wrong about that, but my guess is that most players probably start with the stalker template on custom, and then upgrade some things to make either the weather a little rougher, or the animals a little rougher, or, you know, something like that. Basically making it harder than stalker, but not as hard as interloper. That would be my guess. And I think that's what the player base really wants. I mean, you know, of most people that I have come into chat, the most common thing I hear from a lot of people is, I'm really bored with stalker, but I find interloper too much for me. And so they play on the custom mode. I play a non-stop interloper. I'm a non-stop interloper player for the last 3 years. I think it made me it made me a way better player, because now when I explore, I'm no longer nervous at night. At night too, by playing interloper this long, made my confidence level go through the roof. I'm totally chill when I hunt wolves, bears, and moose. Yeah, it does make you way more chill about the animals, for sure. I'm not going over there. I got stuck in that little corner there. I play Loper with medium loot and guns, but that is pretty much what you said. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, is like, people either start with a stalker template and make it harder, or start with an interloper template and make it a little bit less hard. So basically people, in general, people are setting the custom game between Stalker and Interloper difficulty. They're looking for that happy medium between the two. And I think that Hinterland would be very well off, but it would do them a world of good if they put their heads together and went ahead and went, okay, let's find a mix of Stalker and Interloper that we could make, that we could turn into a regular gameplay mode. You start with the Interloper template, reduce wildlife to just above passive, make weather more difficult, reduce recovery, so in some ways harder than Loper except for wildlife. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I said, you know, I'd say probably 70-75% of the people are looking for that level between Stalker and Interloper. And looking for something that they can kind of play between those two. Interloper weather is just perfect. I can't play without it. You know, Interloper weather I find not to be that bad. I mean, yes, it is rough. Don't get me wrong. But I don't find it to be that bad. Especially early game. Now, the further the game goes on, the worse. When did they start putting custom into the Long Dark? Oh, it was around the pandemic. Yeah, I think it was either 2020, 2021. I'd say 2020, 2021, something like that. Somewhere in there, Beetlebee. Custom day, and one thing I wish they would stop doing, I wish they would allow you to gain feats in custom. I think they do it just on a coding basis. I don't think it's possible, but I wish they would allow you to get feats in custom games. I think it kind of sucks that you can't get feats in custom games. Which I think is just kind of odd more than anything. I've been playing custom games similar to what you're talking about, but more settings are Interloper and focus on unlocking all the content without an obscene amount of wolves. It's the most fun I've ever had playing a game. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, is like custom game really set up a lot of good stuff. And honestly, even if they didn't add another gameplay mode, like an official gameplay mode, the gameplay modes they had before Misery were perfect and fine as they were. And were really an evolution of years worth of stuff. And if they had just left it with custom, that would have been fine. And I really think they needed to add some more challenges to the game. I like the challenge stuff, like Hopeless Rescue, the Hunted Part 1 and 2, you know, and that sort of stuff. I think they would really endear themselves to the community a lot if they put out one challenge a year. Like, say, hey, this is our yearly challenge. Can you do it? You know, this is our, you know, and make the challenges difficult. Do it like an As the Dead Sleep type thing, where, you know, they're hard challenges, like a Misery challenge. How many of you can do the Misery challenge? You know, get the special badge for it, you know. You put things like that into a game, and badges really encourage players to push and go that extra mile. It really does. It really pushes players to go that extra mile and give that extra amount of effort. Now the thermos should be right here. There we go. Got the insulated flask. Because if they set the challenge, if they set Misery as a challenge mode and said, hey, if you live to 50 days, you get a 50-day badge. If you live to 100 days, you get a 100-day badge. You know, by God, I'd be trying to get that 100-day badge. I don't care how long it would take. I would play Misery. I'd play the Misery challenge until I had the 100-day badge. And I would try my hardest. But I'd be doing that with the knowledge that my Misery would finally end when I got the 100-day badge. As it is, with Misery just being an open-ended, how long you can live survival mode, I have no interest in it. Because I don't care. There's no, I mean, the mode is not, the mode is not worth me playing without a goal in mind. And that's the thing, is that it just, you know, without a goal in mind, to me, Misery is just kind of like, I just don't care. I can't do what I like to do in the game And I'm willing to give up what I like to do in the game. Like in Darkwalker, you seriously have to just curtail your looting. The loot goblin in you has to be curtailed. You have to be like, I'm going from fire to fire, picking up stuff that I can get along the way, and I'm not looting houses or anything else, because the Darkwalkers is after me. And that's built in, and you know that as part of the challenge. But for Misery, it's like, I just don't care. A weak snow ice challenge, that would be neat, making traversal through several areas as perilous. Yeah. Speaking of challenge, do you ever do a speed run? I do slow runs. I don't speed run anything. Speed running's against my religion. Speed running offends the loot goblin in me, Steven. About the only thing I could say maybe that I would speed run is maybe like the Darkwalker challenge, but that's already kind of set up to be speed run because you want to see you want to get it done as quick as you can. But I don't really do speed running. It is definitely against my religion, and the loot goblin religion does not allow for speed running. I've done some slow runs. Like we did 100 days. We did 100 days in the Hunted Challenge, where I lived for 100 days in the Hunted Challenge. I did 100 days in As the Dead Sleep. So I have done a couple challenges like that where I've challenged myself to live longer. We did 30 days in Whiteout, where we tried to live. We lived all the way up to the last day, and we didn't actually finish the Whiteout challenge until it was done. Until basically the big blizzard set in. So we finished it with very little time left on the clock, so to speak. So I've done a few like that, Steven, but I'm not a big speedrunner. Mainly because the loot goblin in me goes, no, you must stop here and loot as much as you can. You can't speedrun past all this stuff. You can't do that. Alright, we got a nice big fire here. There's that big old fir limb there. Let's chop that sucker down with the hacksaw. There we go. Speedrunning Tales would take forever. The fastest I've ever done Forge Run was on day 4. That's just because I found a heavy hammer on day 1, yeah. A speedrun on Hopeless Rescue. Oh, yeah. Hopeless Rescue I've actually lived for quite a while on, too. Yeah, Hopeless Rescue just... I lived for as long as I could on Hopeless Rescue. Hopeless Rescue, honestly, is one of my least favorite challenges, to be honest. I just was like, it's okay. I like the Hunted Part 1. The Hunted Part 1 was cool, where the bear's just following you around the whole time. Try living 100 days in Hunted. In the Hunted Part 1. Try being hunted by that bear for 100 days. Where I'm known for my distance, not my speed, ladies. I'm known for stamina, not quickness. But yeah, try living for 100 days on the Hunted. It's not that easy, because that bear follows you literally everywhere. That bear follows you everywhere. And when I say he follows you everywhere, he follows you everywhere. It's crazy. Very dangerous over long distance. Yes, we're natural sprinters. Very dangerous over long distance. We're very dangerous over long distance, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that fur on here. Alright, let's go ahead and drop our, let's drop our pies. There we go. Oh, shoot, I grabbed that out of the fire. I didn't mean to do that. You know, to be honest, I've actually tried doing some speed runs before, and they always fail because the loot goblin in me takes over. And I'm like, oh look! Oh look! Well, you know, G-Note, the thing I like about this challenge is it's a little more realistic as far as like your health recovery goes, because like you look at our trajectory. We started at 100%, we went down to 83. Then it took us till day 12 to get back to full health. We're now on day 23. We went back down on health again. We got back up by day 17, and then we've been just struggling with our health now for a little while, and we're back up to 89%. So it literally takes like a week or so for you to recover some of your health. You aren't recovering your health overnight like you could, like you can on most gameplay runs. It makes me be a little more cautious, like with my health and stuff. The weather is just regular interloper weather. Regular interloper weather. You could probably tune it up if you wanted a little bit in the custom settings. You could probably make it more difficult if you wanted to. But I just left it at regular interloper level. I think regular interloper level is pretty good as far as like, you know, weather, you know, blizzard variability, going for blizzards, getting colder over time, and that sort of stuff. I think it's pretty good. We'll eat that rabbit down. Let's cook up our pork and beans. I'm on day 9, never got back to 100%. Actually, I slept for 10 hours, only recovered 9, yes, 9%, and that was it. Yeah, and that's the thing is that we don't get any health back while we sleep. We only are getting health back when we have everything here in the white. And we also can get it back now from Stims. We have a stim, we can get it back from that. We can also get it back when we have, when we finally get some of that health recovery food. Like the Prepper's Pie. Prepper's Pie will allow us to get some of it back as well. But beyond that, health is not going to come back very easy. If we get hit by a wolf, I did get the well-fed bonus. Yes, I always get well-fed. We had that on day 3. But if we get hit by a wolf, it is literally going to take us weeks to recover from being hit by a wolf, which I think is good. I think that's more realistic as far as like gameplay mechanic. I think that's more realistic that it takes you weeks to recover from something like a wolf hitting you, not just a day. Oh, I got all this medicine on me still. Yeah, let's drop all this stuff here. Those don't weigh very much. I'm gonna drop the antiseptic here because I really don't need it. That's like another kilo's worth of weight, I believe. Yeah, that's a kilo of weight right there off 2 antiseptics, and we don't need them. So I like that about this challenge, is that it will definitely give us more consequences to our actions, you know. There we go. We got some more rabbit pies. We got some venison pies. Again, this is how we overcome the bear. We need to let it befriend us. I'm Option Muskeg. I have 1 piece of scrap metal. I'm hoping to find more along the way. Yeah, check at the train crash. You can check the outbuildings there. Both the outbuildings at the forge itself and the outbuildings over by the workers camp area there. You can check both those outbuildings. They have a good chance of having metal there. You can probably find about 6 or 7 more pieces. You'll probably only be able to make 1 tool, and I would recommend making the knife. And you'll be able to make that and some arrowheads. Now, if you find a hacksaw, you'll be able to, if you have a hacksaw, you can take down the shelves at the, oh, you know what we need to make for the morning? You know what we need to make for the morning, boys and girls?
Something hard.
This is a luxury. We need to make some pancakes. While we have the syrup, we need to indulge and make some pancakes. Because that's, you know, that gets us going in the morning. We'll eat a few cattails, because, you know, cattails are always good. The bear coat will become important when fighting wolves. Yes. Yeah, we'll be going double bear coat, so. Oh, look at that fine stack of elegant pancakes. Yum, 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 yum. That gets us going in the morning right there, my friends. How much water do I have on me? I have 17 birch, 10 maple waiting for me at Trapper's. Wow! Grandmother G with a 12-month-a-1 year! Thank you for that 1 year there. Oh my goodness gracious. Grandmother G, welcome on in.
Grandmother just resubscribed for 12.
Welcome on in. Let's put some fresh water on for that. A little celebration there of your 12-month resub. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. All right, there we go. 14 minutes till boiled. I think we can have this in 24 minutes. Yep, we'll get that out as well. You took tons out of HRV. But you took both. I took both my hacksaws. I should have left one behind. Yeah. Well, there is a shelf at the forge. Oh, and then also, Beastie, if you go up from the forge in Forlorn up to the prepper's cache, there's usually a shelf inside there that you can get some metal from too. So you get metal in both places. Yes, we did a 24-hour stream Sunday from Sunday noon till Monday noon. We played what was it? We played some Icarus, and then we played some Afterlife. 7 Days to Die. I believe we played for what was it? 21 hours. Yeah, 21 hours of Afterlife. Yeah, 21 hours of Afterlife. It was crazy. It was fun. I love the Afterlife mod. I absolutely do. I can't stop. You know that you're hooked on a game. Here's how I know I'm hooked on a game. I can't stop thinking about it. I keep coming up with ideas on what I want to do next time I play, and thinking about it and going, okay, we have a problem with these new zombies that are in the Afterlife mod that like throw rocks at you at night. And I just can't stop thinking of it. I can't stop thinking of solutions for it. I'm like, okay, what can I do to avoid them? What can I do to mitigate their damage that they're doing to me? I've got some ideas. So. And they aren't going to be very expensive ideas, because the problem with the Afterlife mod is in vanilla, building is very easy to do. Building your way out of problems is a very easy thing to do in the vanilla gameplay mode. In Afterlife, it's very hard to build. Building is a very difficult task, and so you don't get to just build your way out of stuff. All right, that is a storm. And we're gonna hunker down here. I haven't really clicked with 7 days. Are there any key tips? Clicked in what way, Crispy? Like not enjoying the game, or just you've not really figured out kind of the meta for it, or figured out some of the tricks and tips that you can do with it. What sort of stuff are you? What sort of stuff are you thinking? Wow, all of our clothing is actually in pretty decent shape. I could repair you up just for the repair. The prepping hatch and forlorn will make it a little easier to forge. I can't figure it out. I'm also not really enjoying it. Probably both are related. You know, the thing I would recommend, Chris, is that there's two things I would recommend when starting 7 Days to Die. Start on the Navezgane map. The Navezgane map is probably, it's a basic map, but start on the Navezgane map. It's a pre-built map. Don't start with the custom map, because those are going to be a lot harder. But start with the Navezgane map. You'll start near Dyersville, which is really nice. From there, play it on adventure difficulty to begin with. It's the easier difficulty. It's sort of like playing Pilgrim on Long Dark. And from there, just kind of like explore. You know, the first thing you want to do on day one is complete like the basic quests, and then go find a trader. Go do the basic quests, find the trader, and then start doing quests for the trader. Because not only will those quests give you some good rewards, but they will also help you find a house that you can hole up in. And at that point, you'll want to find a house, make that sort of your first temporary base, clear it out of zombies, make it your base, and then start going into your skills. And your skill, the things that you pick for skills is sort of up to you. But I would highly recommend picking at least, you know, looking through the skills that you can get and picking appropriate perks that you take that go along with those that will enhance your ability to find books in those. Like, you'll want to take like a point into lockpicking or into advanced engineering. And that will help you find more workstation and electronic and trap books that will give you a higher ability to craft those items down the road. And then choose a fighting skill, either knives or clubs or sledgehammers, and spec into those areas as well. And only do a couple in the beginning, because the more you spread out your points, the more different books you'll have a chance of finding, and you want to make sure that you're concentrating on very few. Now, there are places that you'll find more skill books than others. Like, you'll find more cooking books inside kitchens and diners and stuff like that. You'll find more vehicle books inside vehicles, pass and gas stores, and places like that. You'll find more electronic books in a Mopower electronics store than you will just in regular loot. You'll find more weapons books and stuff like that in a Shotgun Messiah POI than you will in any other POI. So the kind of POI that you go into kind of can determine what your better chances of finding those books are. But in general loot, as far as like mailboxes, newsstands, and that sort of stuff, the points that you take will determine if you have a better chance of finding books than those. Do I think Hinterland will return to the Long Dark Halloween event? I wish they would, but I don't know. I wish they would, but I don't know. And honestly, Chris, for some people, 7 Days to Die is not going to be for them. I mean, it is, and that's fine. Not every game is for every player. I, for a long time, did not think I would enjoy 7 Days to Die. And honestly, I really do enjoy it. They're the crafting, the advancement, and that sort of stuff, and it just makes me go, ooh, it's so much fun. And I enjoy that almost more than... I almost enjoy that more than the fighting zombies. The zombie fighting and the tower defense almost becomes secondary for me. And that's one thing too, Chris B. When you're first learning the game, maybe turn off the zombie hordes altogether. Maybe turn those off altogether and just make it about exploration, taking over POIs, and no horde knights at all. And maybe that'll be more of a fun gaming experience for you in that sense. Until you get a little more used to the game. That might be the way to go. Because, you know, I mean, in the end, it is kind of a tower defense type game with the Horde Knight aspect of it. And some people just are not into tower defense type games, and that's totally cool. But if you don't like those, just turn them off. Just turn them off. I mean, I personally, for a starting player, I would, go full Pilgrim mode on it. I would personally recommend of your first 4 points that you'll get, because if you complete that first quest bunch of stuff, you'll get 4 skill points before you even find the trader. I would recommend putting 1 in lockpick, and for starting players is what I recommend. 1 in lockpick, 1 in Master Chef, 1 in clubs, and 1 in improved healing. It'll help you get a little bit of health back over time. It will use a little food and water to do that, but it will help you get health back over time, so you aren't bandaging as much. Clubs are a really easy first, like beginner type weapon to put it into. Either clubs or knives, one or the other. I would recommend clubs. Knives are good, but I would recommend clubs because it's a good a weapon to bash zombies with. It's really easy to make. You make it with a few pieces of wood and you're good to go. And then I would and then lock picking because it gets you the higher chance of workstation books. And that's really important because that determines your getting the dew collector and the workbench and the forge and that stuff. You want to get that stuff as soon as you can. So I would highly recommend putting it into that. And then the what was the other one? Master Chef. The Master Chef one, putting a point into that helps you get more cooking books, and that helps you get your food on track sooner than later. And you want your food to be on track as soon as, but you want to get at least to grilled meat as soon as possible, and the ultimate goal is to get to bacon and eggs. So you want to stop at every nest and collect every egg you possibly can early in the game. Don't eat them, save them, because once you get bacon and eggs unlocked, bacon and eggs is like the master food. That's like the best food you can get, as far as easy to make, and it really gives you a lot of good benefits. So you definitely want to get the bacon and eggs going as fast as you possibly can. Let's drop those. There we go. Let's put you up here next to the others. And let's put you next to the others there. There we go. And from there, look for a POI that's a level 1 POI. You'll get your trader quest. You go to the trader, he'll give you a shovel and give you his first quest. And that's just to go dig a hole. I think it's the forging and tech tree that confuses you. Well, Chris, the next time we play, and I may just do this as a because the tech tree, it has a very big tech tree. And the thing I like about that, Chris, is there's no right or wrong way to approach the tech tree. There's just different ways to approach it. And I like that there's different ways to approach it. There's no right or wrong way to really do it. It's just that there's a multitude of different ways to do it. And however you choose to do it, whatever works for you, that's the way you should do it.
Gotta go.
I'm going to take the hides. I'm going to take the birch and the maple. So the challenge totally is we have a revolver. We have a revolver, and our health recovery is set to very, 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 very low. We can only recover health when all... Oops, I don't want that. When all of our bars are in the white. We aren't starving. We aren't hungry. We aren't thirsty. We aren't tired, and we aren't cold. That's the only time we can actually recover health. And from there, we do have the revolver available. And there's the code for it in chat right now. The code is there. I put the rules up as well. We also tweaked a few other things. We set it so we don't get birch bark tea. Birch bark tea is not allowed. And the crafted food, we can do that still, but no birch bark tea. Stims give us back health. Crafted food gives us back health. The plants, harvestable plants are also set on low, as is container item density is set on low. Deer and rabbit spawns are also set on low. And wolves are conversely set to very high. So wolf spawns are on par with like stalker level wolves. So we have like stalker level wolves coming at us. And the smell and detection range is also set on very high. So that is even higher than it is on stalker. So the wolves are more numerous and they are set on very high detection range as well. So we've maxed out a few settings to make it even more difficult than stalker or than interloper. But we did turn on the revolver, so we have the revolver available to us, which I personally see. For me, totally, I personally like having the revolver available on interloper. I think it gives you a late game decision to make. Do I go to Bleak Inlet and Blackrock and recraft my ammo? Hey, now I have a goal. I can keep an eye out for batteries. I can watch for batteries. I can go grab them. I can take the lead to the machining bench and the ammunition bench in Blackrock and Bleak Inlet. I can make myself some new ammo. I'm gonna police my brass and make sure I keep all my brass that I fire from my gun. It sort of makes it, to me, it makes the game feel a little bit more well-rounded. I like the gunloper challenge. I like the idea of that. I don't have rifles turned on, because to be honest, I don't really ever use the rifle, even if I had it turned on. Once I get the bow is kind of the ultimate weapon to me. The rifle is just so heavy. And the revolver I only use in extreme circumstances once I have the bow. And those extreme circumstances being the Timberwolves. But yeah, the code is there, and you can tweak off of that code and make the weather more difficult. You can make other things more difficult if you want to, or make them easier if you want to. But that's just the base code that I'm using personally. Doesn't mean you have to use it. Oh, I guess I could give you guys night vision here. Oh yeah, the bow is just a better weapon on so many levels.
Can't feel my feet.
With reusable ammunition, and ammunition that even if once you've used up the arrow, you can break it down and reuse the arrowhead to make more. All right, in we go. Woo! Phew.
I might have to drop some gear.
No gear droppage. No gear needs to be dropped in the making of this video. All right, we left all that here. These are cured now. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, maple's cured. We are gonna have so much birch and maple to take down here. It's gonna be awesome. All right, we have cured, fresh, cured. A couple more cured maple. Some more cured birch. Some cured guts. And those are all fresh hides. I'm going to throw the lead in here because it's very heavy. I'm going to put the... I think I have... Yeah, I have 12... I have 16 pieces of metal that I've collected now. Let's put a few more leather in there. Put a few more down feathers. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the down feathers on us. Let's put these other feathers in there for the moment. Actually, you know what? Let's take all those out. I'm going to start a new place here for forge items. Things we're gonna take to the forge with us. I don't know if we'll take all of this metal with us. I think we'll take like 10 of them with us. I just like to collect all the in-game variants. Oh, the in-game variants are awesome. I think that's really cool. I'm mostly a Voyager player. I just love the laid-back style of the mode. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, I know a lot of players like that, Grandmother G. There's another streamer that I know. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to turn that off. There's another streamer that I know that just likes playing. He just likes playing Voyager because he likes the exploration of the game. The exploration of the game is more important to him than the survival aspects of the game. And he doesn't want to be bothered with that. He likes the game for the exploration and for the adventure and seeing where everything is and some of the lore and finding different things in different houses and being like, hey, I wonder why this house is burned down and I wonder what was going on in here, you know, before the apocalypse, you know. He likes to look at those things and be like, hey, this is pretty dang cool. So we definitely need the heavy hammer in there. And then I do want to take 2 guts and the maple and about 3 birch with me. That should probably be enough. So that's about almost 6 kilos of gear that we need to have weight for. Why is there baseball in Forsaken Airfield? Probably because they played baseball there at some point. Oh, you know what we have? We have a lot of lantern fuel now. I'm going to drop the jerry can. I like jerry cans. Pick up that dog food. And I'm going to pick up the old mill flour. And then we are going to refuel the jerry can. There we go. Now it's cracking. Look at that. Now it's looking beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, that's one other thing we need to take with us when we go to the forge. I want that to make my arrows faster. Wait a second. Oh, I thought I saw something there. Let's go ahead and throw our brass in here. So we have 48 brass right now, which is pretty dang cool. Let's throw that in there. We won't need to redo that very much. Let's throw the fishing hook in there. Let's throw the whetstone in there for the moment. I'm going to take the can opener with me for right now until we get our knife and hatchet. Let's go ahead and start leaving some matches behind. Take 36 with us. Oh, I've got that extra medicine on me too. Let's go ahead and tag these for the radial menu. That way they'll automatically pop on the radial menu. Oh, I do need to leave a few more bandages behind. I only carry like 4 bandages on me at a time. Now, the reason you might want to keep these pills is technically at 0% you can't use these anymore, but if you have them on your radial menu, you can. Yeah, I'm gonna take the this is my stuff I'm gonna take to the forge with me. That's my forge stuff, and we're also gonna take like 8 coal with us as well. We're gonna take the 8 coal with us. Now the rest of this coal I'm just gonna leave here because we don't need that with us. And then we're gonna drop some of the cedar here as well. There we go. And we'll drop some of the sticks here too. Whoop. Drop some of the sticks here as well. There we go. That'll save us on weight a little bit. We can carry 38 kilos when we have a pie on us. And we have pies, so we're able to do that. I'm going to drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Eat that. I'm going to drop some of this food here as well. Actually, you know what? Again, I need to do it on my radial menu. We've already cooked these, so we got our cooking skill up from them. Yeah, I got so much food now. I need to put this stuff on my radial. I'll eat that dog food tonight. If we get food poisoning, it's totally fine. If you take this out of your radial menu, you can stack them closer than you can if you just set them down. If you set them down, stacking them close to each other becomes almost impossible. Okay, so we got those there. I'm gonna leave one. I'm gonna leave my smaller thing of syrup here, just because then we'll have syrup when we come back. Leave a little bit extra water here. All right, I like our stuff here. Oh, I don't need. I think I will leave my heavier mill flour here as well, because we just don't need it. We got a light one, so we'll take that with us for stuff that we want to make. I can leave the burdock root here. I already have some burdock root. And burdock root does wear down. It just wears down very, very, very slowly. So you don't really have to worry about your burdock root going bad on you. We'll keep 5 of those on us. And we'll keep 5 rosehip teas on us. All right. Thermos-wise, to be honest, I hate to say it, I don't use a thermos very much. It's just an item that I've not gotten. Maybe one day I'll start using it more. The thermoses are kind of a collection item for me. I like to collect them and then just like have them all lined up somewhere. I don't really use them that much. I just really don't. I mainly use them to store my teas when I get lots of tea, and that's about it. Okay, so the pry bar I definitely want to take. The skillet and that. The lanterns, all good. Okay, I think we are... Was it a 35.57? That's pretty good. 35.57, that means we can collect a few more things and take them with us. And we have our extra bedroll here. I like it. We're ready for the forge run, boys and girls. Now what I'm gonna do... You know, Beastie, I just hit lots of places. I am a hoarder at heart. It's on the desk. I think it's rare. I never saw it anywhere else. Yeah, there's a few little weird things like that around the world, Grandmother G. That being one of them. But I hit a lot of places, Beastie. I really, truly do. Okay, so let's just sleep. We won't even sleep 10 hours. We'll sleep a few hours. Let's check our health and see where we've come back from. What do we have right now, health-wise? We've come back to 93%. That's awesome. We're back up to 93. See, that's the thing. That's the one thing I like about this gameplay mode. Is like, we were at 105 on day 18. We went down to 77%. And it takes so much time to get back up. Yeah, Tegeta, so we are going to be starting a new Planet Crafter run today. We're only going to play on intense mode so that if Big Dummy forgets to drink or have oxygen, we don't have to start all over late game. The early game we've got down. It's just late game when I start talking to chat, I get complacent, I'm not watching my stats, we die for no good reason. And so we're going to play on intense difficulty where if we die, we lose everything on us, which is a setback. But we're also going to play with randomized nodes of randomized resources and a random spawn point in the game. So I think that'll make it a little bit of a fun challenge as well. So doing a little bit of random stuff like that will make it fun as well. All right, and let's drink a little bit. We're gonna head back up and grab our stuff real quick. We have some guts and pies up there that I want to grab. Let's just grab a water bottle real quick. Let's go up and grab our guts and our pies. My son and I play together, play PC together. It's a fun game. Oh yeah, Planet Crafter is a lot of fun. It's a very they've done a great job making that game fun and exciting, but super chill at the same time. And I love that the studios come out and said we're never going to introduce enemies in the game. The enemies we're just never going to introduce. You know, we're just not going to do that. I like that. It's always going to be chill. A dummy, you just prioritize your viewers over your own life. Admirable. I might have been right. I hate Milton. The sight lines are just so short, even with the bow. Yeah, Milton, J. Abbott, you just have to learn. So in Milton, the main thing you need to keep in mind is what house can I jump into if I get surprised by a wolf? You know, that's the thing. You gotta just keep that in mind constantly. You know, you gotta be like, okay, I'm close to this house, I can jump into it. If I get surprised by a wolf. And bye, Tegeta, have a good one. The water goes down so fast in hardcore. Yeah, but you know, that's the thing, is like, it's not like I died because I couldn't get water. I died because I just wasn't paying attention. See, I haven't even ever got to procedural wrecks. I've never even gotten that far. That's the sad thing. I've never gotten that. I've never gotten far enough for procedural wrecks.
I can carry much more.
Oh, we're gonna bring all the wolves to the yard. Bye for now, Tegeta. Have a great one. In real life, I'm such a hoarder that once some items I own breaks, I look to see what I can salvage off it before I throw away. Hey, you know, that's a good thing to do. Be like, what can I do with that? I don't know. Let's see. I do need to make a fire and make some more torches. I still think they need to change that. You should not immediately die from eating or drinking. Well, you shouldn't even immediately die from not having the oxygen. There should be a short little grace period, you know, because you can hold. I mean, basically think of it as like that's just breathable oxygen, and once that's gone, you still have a little bit of time. If you ran out of oxygen, you would still function for, you know, a good minute before you die. Of course, it would be painful, and you start to collapse, but you could still probably function for just a little bit before you die. Yeah, the sight lines in this zone are bad. That's why I try to stay up high, and I try to avoid areas that I know wolves are in. But you can go a lot longer between meals and drinks. Yeah, you know, I think it would be interesting if they had an actual health bar in that game in Planet Crafter. I think it would be more interesting if they had a health bar, and that health bar would be affected if you didn't eat or drink. Like it would start to go down rapidly. But you would need to keep basically you'd have your health bar, you'd have a food bar, an oxygen bar, and a health bar. And if any of your food, oxygen, or health ever got to zero, you know, if that ever ran out, your health bar would then be affected. And they could make it drop very quickly if they wanted to. But I think that would be a better representation the better representation of how things, you know, it'd be a better representation of how things function, you know, where you have your food, your water, your oxygen. If any of those go to zero, your overall health bar starts to go down. And they could make it tick down very quickly or very slowly depending on your difficulty level, but that's what causes your health to actually go away. Well, and that's the thing, is that They could change the dynamics of that a little bit if they did implement that, and they could make it so that, like, if your food and water is at 0, your health goes down at a certain rate. If your oxygen is at 0, it goes down very quickly. You know, they could modify it to have the health go down at either a fast or a slow rate, depending on which item. Oh yeah, I have all this wood in here and coal and stuff. Oh my gosh, I forgot about all that. They could have it go down quickly or slowly depending on what you are lacking. And I think that would be really cool if they did that. Oh wow, look at that. So we have a lot of fuel here. Lots. Hey Lanka, how you doing? But you know, it's one of those things where, again, a lot of times a game's enjoyment is that line you walk between reality and making an enjoyable experience for your players. And those two don't always, you know, the reality, I think reality in a game takes a backseat to enjoyment. It's nice to have things as realistic as possible, but if that's sacrificing enjoyment in a game, I think they have to go. I think that always should take a backseat to the overall enjoyment of a game. If something can be a little less realistic, but give the players an enjoyable experience, I think that's way more important. Especially when you're developing something that you want a lot of people to play. But it's what you're measuring. Hunger and starvation aren't the same thing. There's no true starvation mechanic. Yeah, well, and that's the thing is, like, their mechanics for survival are very basic in Planet Crafter. The Planet Crafter survival mechanics are pretty basic. And really, I mean, you look at it, there's like no, they have multiple food choices for you, but there is no, like, real, there's not really a lot of drink choices for you. You get water. You need water. That's pretty much your drink choice. Do you want water? Do you want sparkling or still? Do you want some Perrier, or, you know, do you want the regular water? Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, for being a mom and pop operation on Planet Crafter, it's an amazing, amazing achievement that it is as good as it is, and it's as big as it is. And I'd like to think that I hopefully helped some of their, you know, I hopefully by streaming it and enjoying it on the channel, I hope that opened up the game to a lot of people who would have never seen it. You know, it would have never crossed their radar if I hadn't played it. I'm not saying I was the sole, you know, I'm like responsible for them getting all the sales they've gotten or anything. But I'd like to think that I helped a little bit by, you know, giving them some exposure on the channel, and I know that they have had way more success than they ever thought they would, and I'm very happy for them. I love seeing small companies like that have that kind of success, and if I in any way could have helped with that, I'm very pleased that we were able to, because it's a great game, and it continues to be a great game, to the point where they are now going to have a brand new DLC for it. I'm sure when they started the game, they never even thought they'd have a DLC. I mean, I remember back when you couldn't even have insects. You got to the insects and it just kind of stalled out. That was kind of like the final thing that you could do. And it's come so far in such a short time. And I really think it's cool that it's a husband-wife type operation that is making that game. Good God, look at all the wolves over there. I've seen 4 so far. I've seen like 4 wolves wandering around over there so far. We're definitely gonna need a torch. Oh no, and that's the thing, Janelle. I think when they set it up, they weren't really looking for like a starvation type thing. They were just looking for some sort of meter that would show your health and give you an idea of where you stood on your life and where you stood on your hunger. And you know, for a basic mechanic like that, it works really well. I just think, Janelle, that they could do a lot more with their survival aspect of that game. As far as health, food, water, oxygen, I think they could do a lot more. And I would love to see them do more. That's the hope with a game like that. And they've done a lot more, you know, bringing animals in, and that sort of stuff. They've done a lot more with the game than I think was ever imagined in the beginning. And by the way, we are skipping the farmhouse. We are skipping the farmhouse. All right, we got another 3 hours. I remember Long Dark when you couldn't stop eating animation. You just lost those calories when topped out. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You know, games over time, you know, get better and better and better and better and better and better. And that's what you want. That's what you hope for your games. All right, we're 40 kilos. We need to drop 2 kilos of weight. I can drop a kilo of water. I hate that. Let's drink a little bit first. Okay, we got a bunch of cattails now. There we go. I'll just leave a little bit of coal and a little bit of this up here. We'll find more coal in the, in the Forlorn Muskeg. We are a little bit tired. We'll probably sleep down here. Apart from bears and wolves, that was a successful forge run. Now for the long trek back to Trappers once I make my bow. Any suggestions where I should go next? I'd say go into Milton. Well, actually, you've already been to Milton and Hush River Valley, haven't you? You've already been to Milton and Hush River Valley. Sleep for 2 hours. You've already been to Milton and Hush River Valley. I'd say head over to Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, and Ash Canyon. That's what I do. All right, we got 36 minutes left on Unburdened. Let's go. I skipped most of Milton, so lots of loot left there. There you go. Go loot up. Go loot up. But, you know, if you're wanting the backpack, the technical backpack, Ash Canyon is a good long-term goal. Go to Ash Canyon, get the technical backpack, swing back through, go up to the summit. At least you'll get your Fire Striker, some more matches, Accelerant, and a few other things. If you already have the Hacksaw, you can crack everything open. That's not a bad way to go at all. We know we have the moose up at the top, so this area is free to roam down here. I'm gonna leave the cattails over there for our journey back. We have plenty of cattails now.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Shh, no dropping gear now, buddy. Now you're gonna go full. You're gonna go full on, full up. Yeah, we're heading straight on. I'm not even gonna. We might stop. I don't even think I'm gonna stop and say hi to Secret Tree. I think we're gonna go on this side, on the right side of the zone. We're gonna go hit that little broken down cabin. We're gonna go get any birch or maple here that we can find. Because we're coming back up this direction. Once we get done, we're gonna come back up here and craft up our bearskin coat. and our deerskin pants and boots, and some rabbit skin gloves. We're gonna do a big craft when we come back up here. There's there's a birch broken there. There's one birch available. And so having some gear and some food on the way back up here is a good idea. Oh, birch bark, how I miss thee. Birch bark is turned off on this run, by the way. We do not have birch bark available. Also, I do think ear wraps prevent frostbite, because in HRV I had ear wraps and no hats, didn't get any frostbite risk. Yeah, you know, I'm unsure on that, Beastie. I've never tested that out to see if that actually works or not. Unless they changed it, because I think I remember back in the day getting frostbite risk on my head, but I had ear wraps. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, we are going to go to Secret Tree, because the weather's starting to get rough. We'll split these down the middle. We'll get that half of the cattails on the way back. We'll grab this half of the cattails now. Do I currently have ear wraps? I do. I don't know if I want to get frostbite, though. To get frostbite, I'd have to freeze, and I can't afford the health. I can't afford the health. You have to get cold before you get frostbite, usually. Maybe on another run, Beastie, we'll give it a try. We'll test it out. But not on this run. Health is really hard. If I could sleep and just get my health back, I'd do it. But with this run being low condition like it is, maybe on a different run where we have, like, you know, a head wrap and we get regular recovery, we could just let ourselves freeze and see if we do get frostbite. Usually the best time to test for frostbite is when there's a storm, because you can go ahead and test out the frostbite, because the storm, like a blizzard, will cause frostbite to come on a lot faster. The weather started getting rough. Atheenon's ship was tossed. If not for the courage of his fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. And it would be lost. Take that to the bank. If I freeze, try it then. Yeah, if I get to the point where I'm cold, I'll give it a try. All right, because you all demanded it. Oh, wait, we have warm temperatures. When you have warm temperatures, you take the cedar and the fur. You take what the game gives you, my friends.
Feels like a lot of gear.
It is a lot of gear. We just chopped down a cedar and a fir. We gotta get in here, though, and drop some of this wood off. Actually, you know what? Let's find a... We're at 21 here. We're at 4 here. There we go. Build it right on the line. No, I don't want to use my accelerant. Do we have a book? No, we don't. Okay. Let's just use a stick. There we go. Woo! Woo! Is there any way to fix the visual twitching bug when you stand still with a bow or something in your hands? You just have to reload. Yeah, Tech Ninja. Yeah, I've had that happen to me a couple of times, where it's like the bow is like at a weird angle or whatever.
Turned out pretty well.
And it kind of jiggles a little bit, and you just have to reload the game. There's no way to actually fix it inside the game itself. It only gets fixed when you reload, which kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. Alright, let's drop our pies.
Something's making me feel really tired.
Oh, okay, so we're tired. Let's go ahead and just get some sleep. We're gonna sleep out here because we get longer fire. Let's go ahead and put some water down.
I could eat a horse.
Drink what water we have. We'll just sleep for an hour. No redacted. No falling through the ice. No falling through the ice, my friend. 20 arrowheads is more than enough. It's probably all the arrowheads you'll never need. Probably all the arrowheads you will ever need, my friend. Alright, we gotta go visit Secret Tree while we're here. Alright. Gotta go out here and say hi to Secret Tree. Secret Tree, hello. Secret Tree, Secret Tree. Hoo-ha-ha. Secret Tree. You are the most amazing tree in the world. And then we can just pop back into the cave. Watch this. Pop. Look at that. Right through the wall. Right through the wall. Let's eat some crappy dog food. If we get food poisoning, we get food poisoning. We sleep for 10 hours. It's not a big deal.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
You drink that. Sleep for 2 hours. That'll get our water done. We get no health back when we sleep anyway. So sleeping with food poisoning is not a big deal. And this allows us to make some water. There will be petitions if they ever patch Secret Tree. Yeah, they shouldn't patch it. It's fun to have. Grandmother G, have a good lurk. Have a great lurk, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead and eat some of this. Eat some stale beef jerky. Eat a little good crunching stuff. Eat a little bit of ketchup chips. Drink some water. We might as well make more water. We might as well make as much water as we can. We don't get any health back anyway. That's 6 hours of sleeping. My character is weak, Beastie. He's a weak boy. There's 8 hours of sleep. Sometimes, you know, sometimes Beastie, he'll eat it down like a champ. Other times, he won't, you know? It just sort of depends on the file you got. There goes our food poisoning. Yeah, we lost a couple points of health to it. Went from 95 down to 93. So we lost a little bit of health because of it. Not a big deal though. We'll learn to live with it. Honestly thought that was my game that had strong wins. Yeah, my game has really strong wins. You know, Will is always eating a good, healthy diet. Will has some of the best diet around. All right, new day is dawn, boys and girls. And we've got little presents to leave here.
Survived another night.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have dropped this birch here that we found. We'll leave some water here too, because why not? We made 11 liters of water. We'll never ever be sad to come back here and have water. Hey, Gary. Oh yeah, after I got done streaming, I slept for 10 hours straight, then got up and drove last night. And then came home and slept for another 7 or 8 hours. And, you know, back at it today. Regular time, regular place, so. How you doing, Gary? I hope you're having a great day, man. I've been thinking long and hard about those nasty boys that throw stuff at us. I've been thinking about how we defeat them. About how we protect ourselves and then defeat them. Let's put it that way. And I've got some great ideas that we're going to implement next time we play. I've got a plan. I've got a plan. Because, you know, we got that little sky bridge that we're on. And the problem with that sky bridge is that they keep bombarding us from below. And we can't stay in the sky bridge once they spawn, which throws everything off. It throws everything off on the zombies. The zombies go crazy and they go everywhere. You know, they go into our house, they go and break stuff down, and it's just a big mess because I have to leave the sky bridge. I want to stay on the sky bridge as much as I can. And so what I'm thinking of doing is the sky bridge is got those plates along, those cross-hatch plates along the side. I think I want to plate the middle, and then I want to put hatches on the top and the bottom that I can flip up and down. I can flip them up, and then once those guys start bombarding me, I can flip one open, find where they are, snipe them, and then flip it down to avoid taking damage from the things being thrown at me. Because the horde base we have in that is pretty decent. I like the setup. And I've made it a little easier now with ladders for them to, like, not get crazy and start breaking stuff down. But the guys throwing crap at us still remains an issue. So I think that will help solve that issue a little bit and make it a little bit easier on us to stay in our horde base overnight. I mean, I think it'll cause us, because it looked like, from what I was seeing, the damage done by those exploding things, they do a lot of damage to you. They do a lot of damage to both zombies as well as players, but they don't do a lot of brick damage. So I'll probably make iron hatches and do iron hatches along there and do brick as the border. I'm also curious to see if scaffolding works. So in the beginning, I might use a mix of scaffolding and solid plates to see if that keeps keeps those things from going through it, keeps those bombs from going through it. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I've got some plans though. It's one of those things, Gary, where I'm like sucked into the game because I'm now thinking of the game. I'm thinking of solutions to problems in the game when I'm not playing the game. Bulletproof glass section so you can see. Well, that's gonna be the job of the hatches. I'm gonna put hatches on the bottom and the top so I can flip down the hatches on the bottom and peek through to find them and kill them, and hatches on the top so I can look over and find them and kill them. But I can't really put hatches in the middle, so I'm gonna try out a combination of scaffolding ladders as well as solid plates to see if I can, you know, just stop that stuff from coming through in the middle section there. It'll be very interesting. We have a long time to go though. We're on day 50, so we have till day 56 to you know, to get it planned and to get it going. Console update 1.1. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that on Friday. I think at this point I'm going to stop playing 1.0 for a little while because I am totally into Afterlife at this moment. Afterlife has just kind of sucked me in.
I need to drop.
We probably will return to our 1.0 insane difficulty again. You know, probably when I get my move done and everything. But I think this month it's all going to be about the Afterlife. I think the Afterlife is going to be our main focus right now. We are freezing our buns off. It is really cold out here. We're going to lose a little health too. That sucks. That's okay though. I'm gonna go in here real quick, warm up. Whew. Okay, hypothermia's going away. Let's just lay down for an hour and get warmed up. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back into it. And so yeah, we're gonna definitely do some more Afterlife on Friday. Oh, and by the way, somebody noticed it. Somebody noticed it on stream and left a message on one of my videos. Apparently at some point, and probably YouTube mentioned this, they probably sent out a thing that I didn't pay any attention to. Apparently on YouTube now, when you start a new playlist, it puts the newest video at the top and the older ones at the bottom of the playlist. You know, like if you open up a playlist that has 40 videos in it, you should be able to see the very first video of the series right at the top. Well, at some point they flipped that, and so now the new ones, you can go in, you have to manually go in and set it so that the oldest video is at the top. And I didn't realize that. They changed it. I'm looking back on all my videos. I've changed it now on all my playlists so that the oldest videos are at the top of the playlist. And thank you to the message. Thank you to who was that left that comment on there? Thank you to who was that? I wanted to give him a shout out and say, hey, thank you so much for that comment. Messages that I haven't. Okay. Thank you to DFB 1125 for pointing that out. I really appreciate you pointing that out. I've gone through and changed all my playlists so it's from oldest to newest going down. I think that's weird. But the thing is, Beastie, that you know, for my content, since it's serialized, it's better to have the oldest stuff at the top and the newest stuff at the bottom. Because if somebody's wanting to watch a series, I want them to be able to go, hey, here's the first video in the series, and then they can watch through it. And it looks like that changed actually sometime here in 2024 is when they changed it so it's automatically doing that now. Because all of my playlists before March or February of this year are all oldest to newest. And it was only playlists that started after that went newest to oldest. And I've gotten several comments. This was the first time I've got a comment on the video saying, hey, your playlist is backwards. When you click on the playlist, it starts with the most recent one. And that's not the way I want it. That's not the way I want it. I want it to be oldest to newest. So I just need to remember when I create a new playlist to make my playlist work and to make it oldest to newest. So again, thank you for that comment there. I really appreciate that. I do read my comments. I may not respond to all of them, but I do read all the comments on the channel. So, and maybe one day that'll change and I won't read them all. It's probably an algorithm thing, yeah. It probably is, Beastie. I would imagine there's a reason they did it. And it probably has to do something with an algorithm somewhere. It's just not how I would prefer to have it. So, but the good news is you can change it if you want to. So I went back and I changed it.
Well, I can still eat this.
58% tuna, that's still dangerous. That's so dangerous, dangerous on the floor. But yeah, it's probably an algorithm thing. They probably had a lot of content creators be like, hey, I want my newest stuff always put at the forefront of my stuff. And you know, I think on your homepage that newest stuff should be there. I think so, but I think in a playlist, I like having it oldest to newest since my stuff is more serialized. Most people, you know, have a playlist. They want the newest stuff on that playlist up there at the forefront of people looking at it. Have a look at your Wasteland Bedrock Pit base. I have not.
Stuff to carry.
I have not. I need to go look at that. Is it in the 7 Days to Die section on Discord? Okay. I'm pulling it up right now. Because if I don't look at it now, Gary, I guarantee you I'll just forget. My mind, my memory is like I have the memory of a goldfish. And I just, bloop, I don't remember nothing now. Hey, that deer's in here. We could harvest him up real quick and get some food and get a hide and some guts too. That's one thing about the Afterlife mod that I do like, is that construction does not come easy. You can't really nerd pole. You can do some limited ladder building to get you up to places, but it's a lot harder to do stuff construction wise in the mod. And personally, I kind of like that. I think that is a nice thing. So is it the newest one? The Wasteland base, okay. Oh, wow, so you dug down to the bedrock. Wow, dude, that is crazy looking. Day 221. You dug down to the bedrock. That is nasty. I mean, nasty in a good way. That is awesome looking. I have never, excuse me, I just did a little burp there. I have never been a big trapdoor guy. I don't know why. Never been a big trapdoor guy. I've always been more of a pole and a height pole and shove them off the pole type guy. I've never been really one for trapdoors. I don't know why. I had to avoid 8 wolves getting back out of Forlorn. I got past 7 without seeing me, but the very last one did see me, and I was like, I'm not even gonna light my flare. Don't get that respect, wolf.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I dug a 1.8 kilometer rock bed tunnel. Oh, I'm gonna eat that and get my from Wasteland base to the trader and snow biome. Wow. That's sort of like Glock 9. He has a Nightcrawler series he's doing where he basically has dug a ton. He's only can go out at night. And during the day, he's like digging a tunnel from one subway to another subway, and his horde base is in the subway tunnel at night. It's a pretty wild series he's doing. It's pretty cool. He's also doing a Save the Clock Tower series as well. Give you guys night vision. I'm not gonna light my lantern in here right now. I can see in here well enough. But yeah, Glock 9's Clock Tower series is kind of cool too. And his Nightcrawler series is pretty neat. And Guns, Nerds, and Steel is doing an Afterlife series right now, which is really cool. I've been enjoying his Afterlife series. Cap is doing a Wasteland Warrior series where he's just living in the Wasteland, which is pretty dang cool too. So yeah, there's a lot of good YouTubers out there doing stuff. Those are the main 3 I watch. As Glock 9. Oh, and Jawwoodle's doing his coffee shop. Those are the main 4 I watch. Jawwoodle, Glock 9, Cap, and Guns, Nerds, and Steel. So. How do you set it up to just be Wasteland? Is there a mod that just lets you play just in the Wasteland, Gary? Is there a mod that just sets it up so all the other biomes are eliminated and you just get the Wasteland? Is Deshong Tower series where he could only be in the tower is a good one too? Yeah, actually, Beastie, I'm planning on doing Deshong Tower at one point. I want to do Deshong Tower. I want to do the aircraft carrier. Those have both been updated for version 1.0. So I want to do both of those. I think both of those would be kind of fun to do. All right, let's drop the hide and the guts. And let's see, let's drop the sticks. There we go. And we'll drop, drop, actually, should we drop the meat or should we, I think we should cook some of the meat up into pies. I think we should do some meat up into pies out here.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
But yeah, I've been consuming a lot of 7 Days to Die content lately. You just do custom settings when you make your map and just set Wasteland as high so it'll go to like 80%. Yeah, let's just, no, I don't want to use my lamp oil. And then you just go find the Wasteland right away, Beastie. I was thinking there was a mod that would just convert the entire map to Wasteland. I thought that would be like a mod or something that somebody would have made. I'm not good at like messing with files and stuff, so. Oh my god, seriously, dude? Just get the fire lit. I wish you could set the map to 100% of a certain type of biome. I think that would be really cool. I wish they would introduce that into the game and let you set your map to 100% of whatever. Be it snow biome, be it wasteland. Even, you know, if you wanted to, you could make it 100% pine forest if you wanted to. I think that would be just nifty. I believe there's a mod, but at 80% you'll pretty much spawn in the wasteland. Okay. Oh, and now we could have got a... Now we could have got a Magellan's fire. Yeah, but I think the game requires the other ones for the map to be made properly. Oh, okay. Minus the damn destroyed steel. The damn destroyed steel that ruined my 4x4. Minus the... I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're saying there, my friend. Alright, we got some venison pies. Actually, you know what? I want to make one more set of venison pies. Some for the way back. I want 3 venison pies for the way going and 3 venison pies for the way back. And then we can just cook up the other piece of venison. Oh, in the wasteland, the steel beams tank trap. Yeah, yeah. In the wasteland, yeah. You run over the steel beams and you're kind of hosed. Really? The wind blew in and blew my fire down. I need to go back in and grab some sticks real quick. I don't think it's I think we can still add sticks to it. Yeah. All right. Did we leave 3 pies here? We did. There's 3 pies. Those are for our journey back. We got 3 pies to go. Actually, one thing I do want to do is add another stick. I just want to make up a couple of teas real quick so I can travel on some warm tea. Let's make an herbal tea that we can travel on. We'll drink that down. That'll give us a warm-up bonus. There we go. So my server is set for 2-hour days. I'm currently 238 Horde Night today. So are you playing with a Horde Night every night, Gary? Are you doing Horde Night every night? I would consider doing a Horde Night every night game. Just but like on having it set like at like eight guys, eight. Basically have it set on the low number for the first like 14 days and step it up after that. You know, basically step it up maybe every 7 days. Like have every 7 days you increase the number of mobs that can be out at one time during Horde Night, and doing a Horde Night every night. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh, and that's the thing with Glock 9's Save the Clock Tower run. It is a Horde Night every night run. And it's pretty wild. But yeah, I think that could be fun, having the Horde Night every night. I've seen a few other streamers do that. And it looks like a fun, you know, it's kind of like, hey, basically, it's sort of like, I think there's a mod out there, the I Am Legend mod, that is sort of like that. It's not specifically Horde Night every night, but basically during the day, there's no zombies out. All the buildings are super infested though, so all the buildings are majorly infested. So there's no easy buildings in the game. But during the day, there's no mobs wandering around in the streets. But at night, feral sense is on, and the mobs are at nightmare speed, and they basically have feral sense, so they sense you doing anything. And so basically, every night turns into a Horde Night, because you have to be ready to defend yourself, because mobs are going to come from everywhere during the night. And that's another mod that I want to try out, is the I Am Legend mod, because that looks pretty damn cool. There's a lot of cool mods out there. I mean, our goal with the current run that we're doing is to get to day 100 in Afterlife. But I might start up another series on 7 Days to Die at some point here too. Because honestly, I'm having tons of fun with 7 days. What are the death rules for Afterlife? Oh, I'm not doing permadeath. Not on this run, Jameer. In the future, I will probably do permadeath on Afterlife. But this was my first go at Afterlife, so not knowing any of the rules, not knowing how the game mechanics work, I gave myself a little bit of a wiggle room. Now the funny thing, Jameer, here's the humorous thing. So far, I have not died on a Horde Night. I've gotten very close to death, but I've not died on a Horde Night yet. All my deaths have been caused by other things. So my deaths have been all because of unrelated to Horde Nights whatsoever. And pretty much all my deaths happened early in the game, when I didn't understand how the game really worked. So that's the humorous thing, is that really the Horde Nights, although they've been tough, don't get me wrong. None of my deaths have really occurred. None of my deaths have occurred from those. It's all been other stuff that has killed me. But I think next time I play Afterlife, I will do a permadeath on it. I will play it as a permadeath mode. And honestly, at this point in the game, if I did die again, I would probably be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play if I died, I'd probably be like, hey, that was a great run. I don't think we'll respawn this one. We've already lived 50 days in the game. Now we've been alive 50 days. We've built up a pretty good character, and we also have a lot more knowledge in the game than we did before. So I probably would just start over at this point if I did die. I probably would just call it good. Sometimes there'll be a hacksaw in this cave. Doesn't look like it for us. When you go back to vanilla, it's going to be easy mode. Yeah, you know, Afterlife is definitely stepped up the difficulty. And my expectations of difficulty on 7 Days to Die. And so probably when I step back into vanilla and do a run, I'm probably going to do some sort of custom type thing. And I'll probably do a custom map. Probably step it up to, I'm playing on insane difficulty level now. And I'll probably continue to play on insane difficulty level. And I may step up the zombies to sprinting during the day, nightmare speed at night. You know, it's all a matter of raising up your difficulty a notch at a time, you know. But Afterlife has definitely made me more skilled at the game, I guess, maybe? I don't know, maybe not, maybe skilled is the wrong word, but it's made me take a second look at things that I kind of took for granted in vanilla and kind of go, okay, I need to think about how I'm doing things here. You know, that cave back there might have been the good place for us to stay, actually. Let's go stay there for the night. I didn't realize how late in the day we were. And the cave here offers us a chance to sleep tonight, not have to waste fuel, and just have a nice night of sleep.
Something's making me feel tired.
But yeah, and it was awesome having the developer of the Afterlife mod come by and hang out in our channel for a little while the other night. That was pretty freaking cool. I was very appreciative of that. That was really neat of them. And Afterlife, they do have a Discord channel there. Redbeard, that's his name, Redbeard. It was cool having Redbeard come by and hang out. I thought that was really, really neat. And I really appreciate that of him. There we go. Speaking of which, I just thought, oh, I need to like thank him for coming by and hanging out, because that was really cool of him to do. All right. Close down my Discord. I've got so many things going on. You're gonna go bear hunting, Beastie? Oh, nice. Alright, let's try eating a tin of sardines. Why not? Hey, look at that. We survived. Let's eat down the can of soup. We'll leave a little bit at the end that we can cook, because I do want to get a cooking skill up off the tomato soup, but we can eat it down. Leave a little bitty bite at the end. Perfect, perfect. Chow down on two cattails. Fill ourselves all the way up. Get ourselves a little drinkity-boo. Well, I was going to go bear hunting, but no, blizzard. Blizzard. Yeah, the blizzard always happens. And we're just going to sleep it. We're going to just sleep. I hope we don't freeze to death in the middle of the night. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Helky, how you doing? Hello, hello. How is it going today? Haven't seen you in a little while. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, so let's go ahead and drink. And let's see where our health is at. Where's our health at now? We're back up to 95%. That's awesome. Can we read? I think I can probably read a little bit. Yes, we can, because we're outdoors in a cave. And then let's just read the last 2 hours. That'll get us some skill up in our mending, as well as get that book done. Beautiful. 26 days, 21 minutes, my friends. A little bit of night work to do, so I'm semi-lurking. Totally understandable. Let's go ahead and harvest that. Get ourselves a couple more pieces of metal. And let's harvest that. Well, welcome in on the lurking side there, my friend. I hope you're having a good one. And then let's fill up that a little bit. For you, doesn't reading require lots of pictures? Yes, it does. I need lots of pictures. Lots and lots. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. Alright, seems like a good time to leave. The fog is up, which I'm not afraid of no fog. We're going to eat that because we're a little bit overweight. We're going to get a torch out and light our torch because you never know. There could be wolves out here, and we are carrying a little bit of stink on us. It doesn't show stink lines, but believe me, we have smell on us from the pies that we're carrying. I do actually need lots of pictures. Pictures never hurt. You know, it's said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so I believe that. I believe that, so. You think you went overboard on birch saplings? You can never be overboard on birch saplings. You can never have too many. Shut your dirty mouth. You can never have too many birch saplings, beastie. No such thing. We gotta be very careful. That sounds like the bear. No, those aren't bear crows. Oh, good one. One good thing about wolves being around here, we know the bear's probably not around here. Oh, go away, Wolface. You're bothering me now. That is one good thing about the wolves. If the wolves are around, the bear's not there. The bear will actually scare the wolves away. So if you're in a fog storm and you hear the wolves, it's, oh, what the heck? There's no stuff here. Haha, Mr. Wolfie, you can't get me over here. Did I already? Oh, I already picked up everything here on the way through. Duh. I spawned in. I was like, why is there nothing at the poacher's camp? Oh, because I spawned in Broken Railroad and came through here to get and got all the stuff. Count their lucky stars. Hey, you bring light in. Stupid wolves. So in a fog, if you come down to this weird log here, you can make your way across here. It's not hard. If you come down to that weird log and you head out on the ice this direction, going towards the weird ass tree that's sticking out of the ground, you'll come upon what I like to call the flat rock. Just a little further out here. Can I post my PSN account if anyone cares to stop by your server? Sure. Sure, Gary. Go ahead. You're a sub on the channel. You picked up Long Dark after years. Hey, Boots, how you doing? I'm glad you picked up the Long Dark after years. That is awesome. I just kind of gotta follow the snow and ice here. This is a hard crossing in the fog. Did I go the wrong way? I may have gone the wrong way. Oh, there's the rock I was looking for. Huh. Wow, I completely missed the rock. I think that's the rock. Is this the rock I was looking for? Oh my god, I think I'm lost. I think I actually got lost. I was like, I'll show you guys how to get across this. No, I won't show you how to get across this. I got lost. I got lost. Wow. See, fog is always the worst. I made the travois, now I can carry all my stuff.
It's making my head feel thick.
Okay, we're gonna make a fire here. What do I think of misery difficulty? It should have been a challenge. It's for the general player base of 98% of the people who play this game will never play it. They won't even try it. They won't even try it, and if they do try it, they'll play it once and never play it again. It honestly, it's for a very small select group of people, and I think that I think they kind of put it in more out of wanting to appease a very small vocal minority of people who always complain that the Long Dark's too easy, and they didn't put it in for the right reasons, to be honest. It would have been nice if they had added it as a challenge. But as a standard gameplay mode for 98% of the people out there, they'll never touch it. I mean, I've played it a couple of times and it's fine. I mean, I just have no interest in it because, it's not set up for the gameplay that I enjoy, which is exploration and discovery and trying out cool stuff and seeing if I can survive. Trying out a weird, wacky thing and seeing if I can live, you know? Being like, hey, let's YOLO this. Let's see if we can live one more day. Let's see if we can do this, you know? And it's not set up for that kind of gameplay. It's set up for a very slow, methodical gameplay. You have to have literally thousands of hours of knowledge and experience in the game to really kind of get it and understand it and try to live through it. And without that, it's just going to be more frustrating than anything. Okay, I wasn't too far off. We wanted to be heading that way, and I was heading that way. Did you ever say I was a Star Trek fan? I've watched all the Star Trek stuff. I mean, I watched the OG, I've watched Next Gen, watched Deep Space. You know, actually, the only one I've never watched all the way through is Deep Space Nine. I've watched all of Voyager, watched all of Enterprise. I'm not a fan of any of the new stuff they've come out with. The Discovery and that stuff's just garbage. But then again, they don't have, you know, Gene Roddenberry at the helm anymore, so... You know, that's Alex Kirkman Star Trek, which is just trash. But you know, that's new everything. Everything, you know, that they put out lately has been put out for the wrong reasons. They gave up on good storytelling. And plus, Deep Space Nine came out at the same time as Battlestar as Babylon 5, and I was more of a B5 guy. The loot tables are all changed, yes. The loot tables are all changed. Now, the thing is, which captain is my favorite? Surprisingly, Beastie, out of all the captains, if I had to pick one as my favorite, I would actually pick Janeway. I really like Captain Janeway. I just did. You know, horrible misogynist me, who doesn't like new stuff with women female leads. Captain Janeway is probably one of my favorite captains. I loved her. I loved her as captain. I know. Valor with the 72 months. Thank you for the 72-month resub there. And I would say that after Janeway, if I had to rate my captains.
Fox just resubscribed for 72 months.
I know, she always had such a good presence on screen. She was just always so good.
It was and it is my pleasure to continue this adventure with you, buddy.
Thanks so much, Valor. Looking forward to our game on Thursday, for sure. But I really liked her, and I'd say my second favorite is probably James Tiberius Kirk. And I mean, in the original show, he was kind of a weak character. I mean, you know, he was overacted and everything. I think Kirk became more of a good captain in the movies. I think that's where he hit his stride. But then again, at that point, William Shatner had a lot more years of acting behind him. He was more in tune with the character and, you know, that sort of stuff. So I think that helped quite a bit. And my third favorite captain, I would say, is probably Cisco. I'd say Cisco's probably my third favorite. Fourth favorite is probably Picard. And I know a lot of people will be like, but Picard was great. I really enjoy him as an. I really enjoy Picard. I think the guy who acts. I can't even think of his name right now because my brain's mush. I think that Patrick Stewart is a really good actor. Just not as. I like a more hands-on captain, and Picard was always more of a diplomat captain. He wasn't as hands-on as the captains I like. You know, Janeway, Cisco, Kirk. They were all more hands-on captains. And then probably my least favorite captain of you know what I count as the five Star Trek shows, because there's only 5 Star Trek shows. There's only 5. There's original. There's Next Gen. There's Discovery. There's not Discovery. There's Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise. Those are the only 5 Star Trek shows that actually, in my mind, are there. Is Scott Bakula's captain? Archer. That's his name, Archer. Archer's probably my least favorite, but I think Enterprise was the beginning of the downfall of Star Trek, and had some of the Enterprise had some of the worst. Enterprise was rough. Let's just put it that way. I enjoyed Enterprise for Scott Bakula because I love Scott Bakula as an actor. I loved him in Quantum Leap, so I wanted to give that show a go. Enterprise was just really rough to watch, though, because, and it's probably rough to do as well, because it's hard to do a show about a show about a prequel when it's made. It's hard to do a prequel when the prequel is made with better technology than what existed when the original came out. By years, by decades. It's hard to do a prequel of a show when you have to kind of be like, okay, well, we have all this extra technology that can make stuff look really cool, but it looks kind of fake. It's just hard to do that. Especially when the matter of scale is so huge. You know, if you're talking from 1990s to 2010, it's a different thing. But when you're talking 1960s technology to 1990s, 2000s technology, the way they can shoot things, the way they can, you know, make things look, the advances we've had in technology in our own lives that make us look at futuristic stuff in a different light. The futuristic stuff in Star Trek the original, most of that has come to pass. You know, communicators are basically flip phones. You know, the communicators in the original are basically are flip phones. And so, you know, it's one of those when they go back and try to do a prequel, it's hard. And Enterprise was it was really tough. It was tough to watch, and it was tough to get through, but I got through it. And it was enjoyable if you just kind of forgot about some of the other Star Trek stuff. But especially taken in context with Star Trek, it's pretty bad. And it was really the start of the decline of Star Trek, to be honest. And then, you know, Enterprise and Below Decks and all those have come out now. And those are just made for the modern audience, which doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a modern audience. The audience today wants the same thing that the audience 200 years ago wants. They want something that's entertaining. They want something that's inspirational. They want a story that tells a good story. They don't want to be preached to, yet they don't mind a little bit of morality being put into it. You know, they don't mind. People don't mind that as long as there's a good story behind it. And when the message becomes the forefront of your story, you don't have it any longer. You're going to lose people in general because you're targeting it to a very small select group of people that are going to stand up and applaud that you put that in your thing. But the majority of people are going to be like, I just don't care. I'll find something that's more entertaining. And I'll find it elsewhere. Yes, we are going to the Forge. And people have found it elsewhere.
Too heavy to carry.
They have found it elsewhere. So. Well, Ubisoft needs to know that. You know, a lot of these AAA studios need to know that. A lot of, you know, the AAA studios need to take note. I didn't like Discovery, but Strange New Worlds, I thought most episodes were creative and did a good job. Yeah, and see, the problem is, Janelle, when you make your franchise, like with Disney doing Star Wars, when you make your franchise kind of shite by doing certain things, when something comes along, like maybe Strange New Worlds, maybe it's Andor, maybe it's Strange New Worlds, that you know, when you come up with something that is actually decent. Like Andor, from what I've heard, because I never watched it, Andor was really good. They did a great job with Andor. But because it's tied to Star Wars, it did not get viewed very much. People just weren't interested because people were burnt out on Star Wars stuff and burnt out on the garbage they were pumping out. Look at The Acolyte. For everybody who wants to whine and cry about The Acolyte not being, you know, renewed for a second season, boo frickin' who? Where were the viewers? When it comes down to it, viewership matters. And if it doesn't have the views, it's not going to get renewed. And I think Disney was smart in canceling it. It was one of the most hated shows on Disney Plus, and one of the most hated Star Wars shows ever. And it deserved to be canceled. And I think they did a good job. They think they did the right thing canceling it because nobody wanted a second season. There's some people that wanted it, but nobody in general wanted a second season. They didn't even. Most people were ironically watching the first season and laughing at it. That's what most people were doing. I think the first season of Acolyte had more viewers who were watching it ironically than anybody who was watching it because they actually enjoyed it.
Weaker.
And honestly, as a lifelong Star Wars fan, I'm just apathetic to Star Wars these days. I just couldn't be, I could not be paid to bother to watch it. Because I just don't care. I just don't care about the franchise anymore. Which is sad, because, you know, that's how far it's fallen.
Carry this load for much.
There's wolves all around me. There's wolves to the left and wolves to the right. And I'm stuck in the middle with wolvies. Get out of here. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, is that recommendations are now the way people watch a lot of stuff. And because unfortunately, it's not like you can just go, ooh, it's a new Star Wars or a new Star Trek thing. I'm gonna go watch it because it's that thing. Now it's like, oh, is it gonna be any good? And it's like, probably not. And you're like, yeah, I got, you know, and there's also way more choices out there now too. With all the streaming services, all the new shows that are out there, there's a lot more options for people that want to watch more stuff, that want to watch stuff. And so if you're making something that's not for everybody, which I think entertainment should be for as many people as possible. I think entertainment should be for as wide an audience, especially if you're wanting your entertainment to be successful. You should make it for as wide an audience as you possibly can. That's how Star Wars and Star Trek and all those franchises lasted as long as they did. Is they made a widely popular, you know, form of entertainment that, yes, it's always had less female viewers than male viewers. The data shows that, but it was not exclusively male or exclusively female. You know, it had a wide range of people who enjoyed it and loved it, you know, of all races, colors, creeds, sexes, everything, you know. And yes, you know, it was always more of a boy, like a boy franchise, if you want to. I hate it when they categorize things as boy franchises and girl franchises, but it always had a much wider base in the male population than the female population. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Just like Barbie has a lot wider female audience than male audience. I don't go crying about it that that's some injustice and they should make Barbie more for males. It's like, no thanks, it's good. Make it for the ladies. That's fine. Barbie needs to be more for the ladies. That's where their original fan base is. I'm totally okay with that. You know, it's one of those things where there's certain things that it's okay if they're just for one group or another, but you want to make it as widely available as possible. And technically, more sci-fi stuff generally falls. More males tend to be more interested in that. More females tend to be interested in true crime dramas and keeping up with the Kardashians and stuff like that. And that's not made for certain people, and that's fine. And it just has to do with interest. I mean, and not saying that there aren't women who are interested in it. It's just that more, in general, are interested in one thing than the other. So, one date night I can never get back. Barbie was a snore fest. Hey, but you know, a lot of ladies really like Barbie. And you know, the thing I'll give Barbie is Barbie targeted the audience they knew they had. Barbie went after that audience, and I applaud them for that. They didn't try to make it something that it wasn't. They were like, hey, this is our audience. We are going to cater to them. We're going to give them, if you want to call it, fan service. You know, we're going to give them fan service, and we're going to give them what they want. And I think that's totally right. Star Trek was almost male-dominated back in the 60s and 70s. Oh, yeah. But you know, the thing is, Kenneth, when I was working the comic book shop, you know who my favorite customers I had that would come in? The customers that I'd really try to give a lot of attention to and make sure they felt welcome, make sure that they, you know, that I, you know, was looking out for them and stuff, was when I got female customers in. Because, you know, comic books were always a very male-dominated thing, and I loved seeing, you know, females get interested in comic books. X-Men was a big breakthrough for comics because X-Men had a lot of female characters in it, and it had the big hunky dudes, of course, but it had a lot of female characters in it that women really liked, like Rogue and Storm and Jubilee and and Jean Grey. They had it really drew in a lot of female customers, and I was happy to see that happen because, for a long time the comic industry was very male. That was what it was aimed at too. Comics were aimed at at young boys. I mean, not even men. It was aimed at young teenage boys. And it was sold on newsstands to young teenage boys. I mean, that's what they specifically went after, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I was very happy to always get some new female customers in the comic shop. Because, to me, every customer was important. No matter who they were. No matter if they were male or female, I liked having them in there. But I always felt that, I wanted to give a little extra attention to the female customers and be like, hey, just remember, you're welcome in this space. You're welcome here, Because I know there was at some point some people who were like, yeah, girls don't belong enjoying comic books. And I was like, why not? It's entertainment like anything else. Everybody should like it. Everybody should enjoy it if they can. I mean, you don't know how many times I've tried to get my best friend into sci-fi. She just has no interest in it whatsoever. I tried to get her to watch Firefly, no interest. Tried to get her to watch Babylon 5, no interest. Tried to get her to watch Battlestar Galactica, no interest. You know one thing, though, that changed her mind on some things? Is I got her to watch Lord of the Rings, and she absolutely loved it. And she is a bigger Lord of the Rings fan than I am, for like the movies and stuff. 29 and then 23. $29, 23, and 48. I was sure that all you thought about when they came in the store. Well, I mean, it was always nice to have some females around. It got to be quite a sausage fest in the comic book store, The comic book store was always a bit of a sausage fest in there, so it was always nice to have some females around.
Would have thought to look here.
Money. And a ragged wool scarf, and a can of pork and beans. Okay, well, we got a few things out of there. Girls of our generation had Barbie, we had Plastic Army Soldiers. Hell yeah. And we had G.I. Joe and Star Wars and, that sort of stuff, too. All right, we got 10 hours on the fire. Let's go get some sleep. Oh, God. Oh, God. We're very heavy now, but we're ready to forge. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead. Actually, let's cancel it. Let's eat the dog food first. If we get food poisoning, we get food poisoning. It's not a big deal. No food poisoning there. Let's eat the other dog food, too. No sausage to go with the beans. Nope, no sausage to go with the beans. Frankenbeans! Frankenbeans! All right, let's go ahead and get 9 hours of sleep. There we go. All right, well, we are going to leave it off here, boys and girls. On Friday, we will pick up right here. We will be doing our forge. We'll be making a bow. We got everything we need on us to make our bows and arrows, to make arrows. We got the metal on us to make our knife and our hatchet. We can make arrows and bows here because we have all the stuff we need. So when we leave here, we will have bows, arrows, and everything. We will be ready to go. And I'm super excited about that. But we will be doing that on Friday. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the lineup lately, Jamir. Lots of love with it. I've been just having a blast with it. It's been nice to mix it up. It's not like I'm bored with Long Dark, but it's nice to have the other things mixed in as well. So YouTubers, thank you for coming by for Long Dark. If you want to come back in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to be using the restroom and getting a drink and getting a little snack real quick. I'll be back. We're going to play some Planet Crafter. We're going to do a brand new run on Planet Crafter, so I'd love to see you come back and hang out with us. If not, I'll see you on Friday for Long Dark. Remember, Thursday we are doing our D&D session with Gameslift and Alicia and Pandasaurus Rex and Hawkeye and Valor the Desert Fox. We're doing that on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, and that is only here on Twitch. It's not going to be on YouTube. It will be uploaded later to YouTube, but it'll only be on Twitch. So we're going to do that on Thursday. So Friday we'll return with The Long Dark and some 7 Days to Die Afterlife. Saturday and Sunday we're doing Icarus and some more 7 Days to Die probably, because I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit on those days. Thank you for coming by on the YouTube side, and I'll see you all in just a few minutes, if not a little bit later on.